Alt-tab.
Hey everybody, welcome to the very first in our D&D streams. I guess I should look over there because that's where the actual camera is. You see a bunch of people around me, some of them that you've probably met before, some of them you haven't. Obviously to my left right here is Lockdown, my only current roommate. To the left of him we've got Barton. You know him as Feculent Motel Pillows around here. He used to be a roommate. Yeah. But on the ends of the couch, we've got two of my friends that, well, one of them, maybe, if you're a real old schooler, you might recognize as the Dark DM, but,
hello.
That's him over here. And, but over here are the guy who's actually going to be DMing the show for us, Seth, as you can see, in our little cast of characters down there. I don't think anybody of you would know him. I guess anything else you guys want to say about yourselves, go for it. Things that they need to know, but to, like, you know, you got to win the audience so that they'll be on your side.
Well, being the DM, I should say, hello, I'm Seth. I do have a slight online presence related to D&D and Pathfinder that I've written some guides
Oh my.
under the name Cockroach Tea Party, or CTP.
Look it up, Cockroach Tea Party.
I've written a guide on Pathfinder Mythic Adventures and Words of Power and a couple of the occult classes, so I'm a huge D&D Pathfinder geek type person.
He really is.
Thanks, Sean.
Verified. Apparently you can only hear me in your right ear. Yeah, the mics, I'm not even fucking with them. They have been so messed up, and some, like, half of them are going in mono, half of them are stereo, so, like, please just put up with it. Between streams, I will try and see what I can correct, but they have been so messed up.
Can you hear the rest of us in your left ear?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Or I think the assumption is in both ears? I don't know.
Aha! Left ear, yes.
Can hear him in the left ear, yeah.
So, most of us are the devil on your shoulder. Jay gets to be the angel on your shoulder. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Welcome, everybody. Just kind of waiting as some more people trickle in. I'm glad to see so many names in here that have already made it. Beanie, I thought you were supposed to be at a baptism.
Genie, come on.
The question that we have around the couch is, are you at the baptism but watching us right now? That's the real question. You hear the majority of us in both ears. Okay, good. So I'm just mono. And pans for some reason.
The left two on the couch are only in his right ear. So you and me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on one mic.
Right ear. Yeah.
We're on one mic, they're on the other. You're not at the baptism. Is it already over? Okay.
Genie, come on
Tell
now.
us more about your
Yeah.
life, internet person.
Exactly, you must. Flip your headset around, but then it's just still gonna, that's not gonna fit. Anyway, today we're playing Pathfinder. For those of you who are not as familiar with the world of tabletop role-playing, basically think of it as Dungeons & Dragons. It's practically the same game. We've all got our characters. We are starting at the very beginning at level 1. I guess we can say a little bit about all of the characters we'll be playing today. If you want to get started, we'll just go around the couch.
My character is a hobgoblin named Calgor Ironbones. And if you know anything about Pathfinder, he is a Hell Knight Armiger, which basically just means he really wants to be a Black Knight, but isn't yet.
He's got dreams.
He's got
aspirations.
dreams. Yeah, man.
He will find his way. He can go the distance.
That's a little inspirational for Hell Knight Armiger.
That's true. It needs to be way more minor key.
Yeah.
And, okay. So I am going to be playing an elf by the name of Horatio Curtis. He is a swashbuckler who is really out for the hearty sense of adventure. I guess we'll introduce the way we appear in character at some point, but this guy looks like he came straight out of a Pantene Pro V commercial in terms of, like, just bouncy, curly black hair that's, like, just a little more than shoulder length. Like, appearances are a major thing to this guy, and
Renly Baratheon.
yeah, in a way, but very different in appearance specifically, but in terms of, like, style and, like, what's important, yeah. Who are you playing?
I am playing Brother Daniel. Brother Daniel is a cleric of Serenre, or Paylor, if you're more familiar with Forgotten Realms. Really, it's
the god
Paylor,
that
but
we legally
man.
can't call Paylor, but totally
he
is
is
Paylor.
Paylor.
Hey, Serenre is a lady.
And she has a scimitar instead of a mace.
Yes.
I have a drawing on my bookshelf of Paylor as a lady, so I'm just saying.
If you look at the holy symbol of one, and you look at the holy symbol of the other, I would bet you can't tell the difference.
The legal teams are arguing constantly.
Anyway, I'm just a human. I'm just a boring human.
But the only caster in this group.
Yeah, that is
Also
one of the
true.
weird things. We're going to be a very martial group today. We don't have any, like, wizard or anything classic.
If this was Avatar, you would be Azula. Everyone else is the badass normals of the group.
I guess so. Beanie Girl says clerics are life. You gotta support her over there.
Clerics are life. I do
Clerics
have
are
the
love.
healing domain.
Clerics are life.
So I will be Krath of the Hound Strangler clan.
There wasn't enough room for that on the cast of characters. That's why I tried. I really tried.
He did. No, I saw it.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, oh well. But I will be Krath. Just Krath, apparently.
Yeah.
A little teeny bitty kobold who was raised by a tribe of goblins, and he became their trap smith, and has decided, I can do better than this. Let's go do better.
It would certainly be hard to do worse than a goblin tribe.
True.
And I guess for some people in here who might not be as familiar with how this game works, who will you be playing, DM?
Everyone else. I'm the GM, DM. We're probably going to mostly use DM. Stands for Dungeon Master, GM, Game Master. I will be running the enemies, the non-player characters, the ye olde blacksmith and innkeep that they might run into.
And the newie ones.
I also adjudicate rules. If there's disputes or confusion, I settle the issue. But everyone here is an old salt. We know how stuff works for the most part, so there shouldn't be a lot of rules fiddling going on.
You say that now.
Also,
Yes.
it's level 1.
Yes.
Yeah, there aren't that many rules to fiddle.
No.
Yes, so I'm running the whole thing. Because I work and don't have as much time to write stuff, I will be playing the Pathfinder module, the Emerald Spire. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So for those of you who want to play the home game, the
yes.
Emerald Spire is what you want to pick
if
up.
you haven't played Emerald Spire, there is a spoiler alert, I guess.
Yeah. All of it. We're gonna the entire thing.
Yeah, the whole book.
We're gonna systematically spoil everything about it.
But it is a dungeon crawl. Jay, when I was asking them what they would want to play for the stream, Jay said that he had never really just done a legit classic dungeon crawl.
It's true.
And this is a nice pre-packaged little dungeon crawl. And there's a certain, I don't know, magic to the old exploration of a dangerous location.
We're
Tapping
going
into that old Temple of Elemental Evil vibe.
We are. We're going to the basics today. I figure what better way to get things started than as kind of a idea of how this is going to go today. We should probably do just one D20 roll for nothing, just for one to test out the dice camera, make sure everybody can see what it says, and two,
See if the spirit of Gygax is with us.
pretty much. Give me one moment. Switch over. All right, we have our close-up on the dice tower.
It's a
And no.
5.
It's a 5. So, good opportunity to let
That's
everybody
my
know.
int.
In the D20 system, you want high numbers on that die. And we are playing in the D20 system. Man, I don't know why the numbers on that side of the screen, it shouldn't say offline anymore. It's not updating for some reason. Oh well. Doesn't particularly matter.
Hey,
We actually
chat, do you
have
want to
what-
prove that we are indeed online? And
Yeah, give us some
Tell
hype.
us,
Show that you're online. Me and Jay are watching Chris Perkins' game. Yeah, indeed. The Curse of Strahd game that's going on Tuesdays with
No,
over
don't
on
eat me
the
dice
official
Genie.
WotC channel. But yeah, we got a
Sorcerers are for little bitches.
sorcerers are for little bitches. What?
Yikes.
I really
Well,
enjoyed
Where's
it.
that coming from?
Them's fighting words.
Yeah.
They are.
It was fun. I got to burn things.
Yeah, Carl, you
And crispify
you rocked the
things.
sorcerer.
It was fun.
Also, of course, Human Sorcerer, potentially the strongest thing to play,
It was so fun.
if you can get high enough level.
Well, should we get a little bit into Emerald Spire
I think we
land?
should. I think it's
we
about
should.
time that we start with the actual game as opposed to just 5 guys sitting on a couch.
So
No, I think this is compelling.
that'll be the Monday
Yeah.
stream.
Just 5 guys.
So yes, in the world of Galarion, most of the happenings and goings on take place in the Inner Sea region, and this will take place in the northern continent of Avestan. In the northeast of the continent is a region known as the River Kingdoms. They are a chaotic, sort of loose area of various city-states. They kind of exchange rulers and leadership relatively regularly. It is kind of a vaguely anarchic, unstable region. Weirdly, the people of the River Kingdoms, even though they're all kind of generally chaotic and untrustworthy, will sort of unite in a sort of, if there's outside threats to their freedom, then they'll fight against it. But for the most part, they kind of leave each other alone.
So they wear the little American flag pins and
Yeah, it's
Live free or die.
these are definitely
Yeah.
people that would occupy government land in Oregon or whatever.
Okay.
But We're getting political right off the
Sure.
bat.
Yeah, I know. That was right out the gate.
I think we got political with the whole Palor Serenray thing right there.
No, that was legal.
Yeah, that was legal.
But there's an oddity in the sort of southeast river kingdoms. A little place called Fort Inevitable. It is a completely walled-off little town, and it was founded by Hell Knights. They were historically, or I guess the history of Fort Inevitable is that there was a group of Hell Knights that were on their way to the World Wound. It is a place in the north of Avestan where literally the chaotic abyss, hell, if you will, is pouring out into reality. And for, I don't know, the last roughly a century or so, people have been sending knights and crusades there to help combat the demons. And there were some Hell Knights. They're lawful neutral, borderline lawful evil, Judge Dredd
I was
types.
gonna say, when you have hell in your name, there's an angle you're slanting
coming from
towards.
Cheliax, which definitely kind of leans towards the diabolic on the scale. And there was this group of Hell Knights, and they started noticing that there were a lot of bandits nearby. And they're like, you know what? I disagree with these bandits, and they founded Fort Inevitable to keep the road safe on the way to the World Wound. And so thus Fort Inevitable was found. But what's interesting about Fort Inevitable is its proximity to the Emerald Spire. Ooh. It is a famous, some would say infamous landmark. It is a strange fortress of green, crystalline, almost glass-like stone.
Green, crystalline, glass-like stone!
Yes. If it was a flame.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a green.
Oh, by the time we're done with it, it'll be a flame.
Yeah, ooh, I like it.
Some believe that...
It's a good opportunity to mention, we have this bell on the table you can see. That is our way of basically saying, that was good, man. I give you props for that. We bell people. We ding them. And if you ever feel like somebody really got your back and like, yeah, that was a good one, feel free to say ding in chat. I'll try and get a bell emote in there later that y'all can use. But yeah, feel free to ding people if they're just like, that was awesome, man. That was really funny. Or just otherwise you really liked it. Moving on.
But yes, so the Emerald Spire, no one knows who built it or when. It is ancient. People assume that it is an Aslanti ruin. That's sort of the Pathfinder analog of the ancient
Atlantis.
There you go. But it's weird because most of the Aslanti stuff was much more far to the west and is now underwater. But
so
this is
very Atlantis analog. Though.
Yes, this is a strangely odd little blip on the map. But it is also notorious as a dungeon. In-world, adventurers go there to explore it and seek treasure and artifacts and usually die. But recently there has been a spat.
I believe that was a ding for you, Cassio, from Barton over there. It's a stream inside thing. Y'all end people won't get it.
Oh, was it the Aquaman reference?
Yeah, he's been really trolling me about Aquaman lately. And in my room right now is a copy of Aquaman #1 from New 52 that he sent me in the mail. And
nice.
The James Cameron movie?
No. But yeah, it's been this whole thing. So yes, we're not going to be encountering Aquaman. Spoil this now. There's no Aquamans in here.
Well,
right?
wait.
You say that.
He's the DM.
You say
can't
that.
No, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking.
Wait a few levels. Perhaps your dreams will come true.
My dreams are for there to be no Aquaman. Let's be clear.
Not sure we can work with that, Jay.
Yeah.
You know, you have to think about this as if it were a video game. There's going to be a water level, a fire level.
Where do we get to the desert world?
The desert world,
Yeah.
and there's going to be the
That,
weirdly
since
Japanese.
it was made in 1991, it's like the desert
world
is vaguely racist, but not quite. It's just like, wow, they didn't quite get it then.
Robot world and a
The world they didn't finish, so it's got a bunch of invisible walls.
The -1 world.
missing nose floating around. But
Cassio says, I will give you money, Seth, if you put Aquaman into this.
How much money? Bidding opens at $5.
Yeah, see,
For or against Aquaman.
this is why we need you on the stream.
bidding war.
Oh, I should totally have a poll open for it. Aquaman, yeah, just open it, tip jars going up.
Well, dreams can come true soon enough.
We are always accepting donations to buy. You were saying there were like official
geez.
maps for this?
Yes, there is official maps.
Like
They're
color maps?
They are expensive to put to use a word that I just made up.
He'll do that a lot.
But they are nice. But for the meantime, I will be drawing them with my crappy wet erase markers.
All works.
So all of you, if you didn't live in Fort Inevitable, found a job offering on Pathfinder Craigslist or the Fantasy
right up
World
my
Reddit,
alley.
which was basically a Hell
I
Knight.
was looking in casual encounters.
Yeah, a Hell
Looking for
Knight,
encounters specifically of first level. But
Yes,
Oh, right.
a aspirant Hell Knight. He was given a mission that he believes he will need some backup on, and so he's hiring essentially mercenaries to help him explore the Emerald Spire.
Aha!
Well, I'm-
exactly what I'm looking for.
I've basically been a mercenary my whole life, just in one very boring place, so... Okay.
This is the camera just cutting from each of our homes as we monologue to ourselves.
Yes.
Yes, I could take this job.
I've basically been a mercenary all my life.
I could continue to live in my small, shitty hovel, or I could go for fame and glory.
Fame and glory.
Well, I was kicked out, so that seems about right. There's our first tip, $5 from McKay. Thank you, McKay.
Now, was
That
it
is going
for
straight-
or against?
Yeah, exactly. we need like a donation. We need to say in chat because I can't pull up the donation messages. For or against Aquaman, McKay. I will try to keep track of this. Thank you for the $5, McKay. It'll totally go towards the fund to buy cooler Pathfinder stuff. Oh, I need to silence my phone so it doesn't do that all the time. As I'll probably be getting tweets and things from people as things go on. All right.
Cat.
So yeah, it was
so-
for Aquaman.
So you all travel to Fort Inevitable.
Hooray.
It is a kind of unpleasant-looking brick of a town, basically completely walled in by stout stone curtain walls. And you are met at the gates by a pair of intimidating, black-clad Hell Knights. They're wearing their Hell Knight armor, which is a kind of bone theme. There's like a skull for a breastplate, bone claws for pauldrons.
I got $4 against Aquaman, by the way. Sorry, 3. Again, because I see Cassio saying I can make Aquaman happen, so I'm chipping in $3 towards anti-Aquaman, just to make this clear.
One of the Hell Knights you notice has a hook for a hand and a blonde beard.
Hook for a hand.
We'll make it rain. Period.
Yeah,
It's more of a drizzle right there.
yeah.
The Hell Knights they block the way with their pole axes as you approach, and they demand your business in town. But if you mention that you are here to take up the job application that one Calgor has listed in local vicinities.
Yes, I am here to meet with Calgor Ironbones regarding a employment opportunity.
If you mention this, they allow you access to the town.
Why, thank you, gentlemen.
But they're certainly surly. And you find inside the walls is a very neat and orderly-looking community. The streets are at nice 90-degree angles. The buildings are clean and symmetrical, and the people look like they are running on a sort of daily regimen of tasks that they very rarely deviate from.
Everything's written in German. It's weird.
Some of them have a look of boredom on their face. Some have a look of like forced cheer, barely masking fear. Yeah, that's just kind of the nature of this town.
Gotcha.
They're like, "Hi, welcome to Fort Inevitable. Please don't cause any trouble or do any crimes. Also, don't mind, there are indentured servants here."
Was this town directed by Zack Snyder? Just.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, low blow.
If
I
it
know,
was
right?
directed by Zack Snyder, it would
soon.
be entirely blue and orange. And,
Yeah.
Also, at least half of it would be on fire.
Right.
But no, this is not an incoherent whirlwind of sound. It
Okay,
is,
gotcha.
There's greens and yellows and other color. You are quickly met by a young Hell Knight squire who takes you to the Citadel. The Citadel is the biggest structure in the city. It's built into the southern wall, and it is a giant octagonal keep. Big hunk of stone.
That is octagonal, not aquagonal, just to make this clear. I don't know how well the mics are captured.
is it?
Yeah. No! The aquagon! Burr, 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 burr.
And you are led inside where you meet a, somewhat to your, I don't know, maybe perhaps mild surprise, a hobgoblin.
Yes.
And hobgoblin in the worlds of Pathfinder, they are a type of goblinoid. There are several goblin races. The hobgoblins are the most militaristic and sort of most civilized of the goblin types. They're a little bit shorter than a human, with greenish gray skin, kind of wide pointed ears. The arms are longer, almost simian, kind of going past the knees, and the legs are kind of proportionally somewhat shorter, giving him a kind of bow-legged, long-torsoed kind of stance.
Yes.
Gotcha. So a real looker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's about 5'1".
I'm shaking my head at you, Cassio, for he's been adding in a bunch of things that I said last stream, but the bot wasn't working. He's like getting in a backlog of things that I was tricked into saying, basically. Well,
Good.
except the nipple one. That
Sounds like you
that was
pretty
just,
much.
Yeah, that was just me
That
to
was
the
true.
T, but the rest were tricks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Now,
Hobgoblin.
I believe you
Do
have...
I know anything about this Calgor Ironbone? Like, did it say, like, interested hobgoblin looking in,
Do you have knowledge
looking
local?
for strapping men?
Yo, I got a knowledge local.
I do have a knowledge local.
With,
I do not.
We have an official way so that people can see results, but
well, I'll reach next time.
if you'll roll me a
14.
knowledge local.
14 knowledge local.
Even
Roll a
better.
3.
I rolled a 3. Wonderful. Yeah, well, that becomes a 10.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
I'd say that if you're somewhat familiar with the River Kingdoms, perhaps you've heard of a hobgoblin member of the Hell Knights. I mean, it's somewhat unusual. Most of the Hell Knights are human.
Okay.
And there's not like a whole lot of hobgoblins in the River Kingdoms. So this must be if you've heard of a hobgoblin Hell Knight, this is probably him.
Or he'll at least know, like, he'll know Calgor, or, yeah. Yes, hello to you too, Nick. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I guess I'll mosey on over to the looker, the hobgoblin.
His head is completely shaven, and is oddly unscarred for a hobgoblin.
I don't take that to mean that you've won your battles so much as you haven't been in them yet.
You gonna say
You
that
also,
out loud?
You also
or-
can't see his arms.
Oh god, he's
the
been in
rest
many
of-
battles.
Oh,
Those battles went very poorly.
What, are you wearing a big cloak, or...?
He's got armor on. Like, you can't see the skin of his arms.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Apparently Calgor is going to win this dungeon with both arms tied behind his back.
Yes.
It's hard mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
You didn't realize that I'm playing the Phantom Limb class?
Oh, well, that's a good class.
so Kraft will saunter in. A very tiny little creature. For those of you who don't know kobolds,
How
they're
do
little
kobolds saunter? Like, what's-
draconic little.
that look
It's more of
like?
a skitter.
Okay.
Like on all paws.
Barely 2'9".
Wow.
With
Wow.
fiery
Barely.
red eyes and all black scales. So a little unusual for a kobold.
Picture a little dragon man.
Yeah.
Pequeño.
Bipedal.
But less impressive.
By orders of magnitude.
He extends himself to his full 2'9".
Just tippy toes.
And looks down his nose at you.
I don't think he does, no.
I don't think he could.
Geometrically.
He looks down his nose
At my
your
toes.
feet.
Right, yes. Nose to toes. It's a great hypotenuse. Yeah, I mean, I'm also heading over and with a firm hand sticking out of. Are you Calgor Ironbones?
I am.
Wonderful. I'm responding to your posting about the Emerald Spire, I believe it was.
Indeed. We have a rescue mission to undertake.
My name is Horatio Curtis, and I would gladly serve on your crew.
What experience do you have?
Don't leave me hanging, bro.
He leaves you hanging.
Just kind of like runs through the hair and.
Harshness.
Well, I have had over 100 years of the greatest training on stage that Stonebrook could offer. It's including stage combat. He like pulls out the sword. Haha! As you see. Doesn't it look like I know what I'm doing?
Hit me.
Actually, I have a lot more experience in actively not hitting people, but I'll do my best to kind of inverse it. I will try and, as requested, pass the audition. Roll me a d20, please.
Are you applying a -4 to do this non-lethally?
Yeah, I think I'd be doing it non-lethally.
All right,
What
you
we got?
get a 0.
Okay, which becomes a 5.
Well, how does that go?
Let's see. Well, it's very graceful.
Ah, okay.
Hey, what's up, Iris?
I assume you're using a rapier,
Yes.
a little fencing sword. So you kind of. You
Oh,
kind
it
of,
very much looks like a fencing sword, and like it's got all sorts of like way too much design to it, and
do me a favor.
It looks
do you have
gaudy.
a perform skill of any kind?
I do.
Genie, come on.
It is it's for general stage stuff.
Roll me
acting.
that as
Roll
well.
that. Okay, I'll try and make it look good.
If you can make it look good, it'll be more impressive than it actually was.
You got a 6 on the perform.
That becomes a 12 anyway.
All right, so you miss, but it looks such that if someone were, say, in a seat several yards away,
Yeah.
it would look realistic.
You have to understand, I'm used to performing to great big rooms, not so up close. I don't do stage. I don't do
my
close-up magic.
box of dice. Sorry, Jimmy.
You'll be paid upon completion of the mission, and to share whatever treasure we find inside the Emerald Spire.
Hey! I'm liking this job more and more!
Calgor silently regrets his life choices in setting up that ad, and hopes that the other applicants will be more impressive.
I guess I'll give a quick rundown of how as I said before, Pantene Pro V commercial, basically, long curly black hair, standing at 5'8", but very slight for that kind of height. Only 122 pounds. This is an elf, classic pointy ears kind of way, and yet dressed up in definitely what looks like it would belong on like an actor. This outfit is from a stage. Genie does want to play, it's true. And Cassio asks, can I buy a reroll? I don't know how much we're doing with that sort of stuff for this. Maybe on future games we'll work in some more systems of ways that you can fuck with our game. It's
the
up to
way
him,
that
really.
die has been rolling, I would advise against purchasing a reroll.
It may not be worth your money.
Yeah.
But maybe we can do you can just assign a number up to. That'd be funny if you throw down $20 and it's a nat 20.
Oh, gee.
Oh, wow.
See, but here's the problem with that. People can troll you for $1.
Yeah,
Maybe it should go outward
let's
from the middle.
not do that.
Yeah. For $1, people can say that one
let's
over and over
put
again.
a pin in this for now.
Yeah, let's
Some system needs to be thought through on this. But if nothing else, you could.
I'm picturing like
if
a
you
gritty,
care about what D20 it is, you can tell him to roll. We've got some other options if you want to
picture
switch
like an IRS audit of our sketchy D&D game.
it. Yeah.
We're all wearing like green visors and smoking.
Or Iris Bot just shows up in the stream.
I got 30 on the kobold beating the goblin. I got a lot rolling on this.
Jeez it, boys, it's a raid! What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, stream. I'm going to need all the help, since I don't have any way to, write things down or anything, I'm going to need all the help you guys can give for, remembering things that he said, places and names, and keeping up with it, because it's going to go straight over my head. I'm going to forget it in my attempts to keep you entertained, so...
Well, don't worry, this is like a steel trap.
Okay.
Rusty.
under repair.
McKay likes the trolling idea. Yeah, that's the problem.
So,
Miss already having given $5 towards the Aquaman fund.
so you're hoping that the other applicants will be more impressive. Well, as I said, 2'9".
Yeah.
Not even 30 pounds.
Statuesque.
So, make your own judgments.
How equipped do you appear?
Oh, well, he's strapped with a couple of short swords. You probably don't see the daggers. There's a short bow on his back with an extra large quiver of arrows.
All right.
Also, you would know
Got some gear.
Calgor, that when it comes to traps, few are as skilled at building and probably disabling and just knowing things about traps as kobolds.
Ah.
Being small of stature, they have trouble fighting fair fights, and so they often employ traps.
So they often don't.
yes.
Right. So, there's a solution to this problem.
Don't fight fair.
Hello, Kobold.
My name is Krath.
I'm Calgor Ironbones. You are here for the rescue mission?
Yes, what are you here for? I sidle up and try and be like I'm also just as important. Why are you here, Krath? Sell yourself, please.
Oh, Genie? We're busy, Genie.
Yeah,
Sorry, bud.
Genie.
Oh, she loves me.
I know there's a lot of people up here.
Seth is clearly playing a druid with his animal companion.
Yeah,
Or a ranger.
Level 1, though.
Ah, that's true.
his animal companion of my dog.
There's some politics
Hey
involved.
man,
Yeah.
the
It's all politics.
The animal companion just gets summoned. You don't
It's
have
true.
Like, I imagine that everyone who chooses a dog as their animal companion, like some little boy goes outside one day and their dog is just gone.
Patches?
Fridge horror. I like it.
Yeah.
Hi, Genie. Yes, I love you too. Rescue mission. Perhaps I heard that there was a job here, and if it's a rescue mission, then,
Indeed.
then I guess
An
that's
expedition
what I'm
into
here
the
for.
Emerald Spire to recover a valued member of the Order of the Nail.
Ouch, Cassio. Betting that I'm the first to die.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
I believe it.
seeing as Will isn't here, that's not
Yeah.
the least safe bet he could make.
We have a friend of ours who is definitely, that is his path in life that he has found, is to just have his characters die.
Oh.
I think we were missing one member.
Yeah,
though, of our,
is it only to be the three of us then?
Probably because he has the farthest to travel. Lastly, a human will approach the gates, and
You're gonna bring your
again,
miles and get him compensated? It's 5 silver pieces a mile.
I'm not the I'm not a cleric of. Oh God, I can't remember that god.
Abadar.
Yeah, I'm not a cleric of Abadar. I don't keep track of that. I'm not into that.
Abadar's the god of bureaucrats, basically.
And banking and probably taxes and all that. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The god of taxes, well beloved by all people.
Abadar is the one keeping track of the Aquaman fund.
It's true. He is. Anyway, I will saunter through the gates. I am pretty a nondescript, if rather tall human. Brown hair, brown eyes, full beard.
Hey, you got a 16 charisma. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
You're more pretty than I am.
But I'm doing that like
Class.
rugged pretty. Like not the like
got like a
clean
sweet
cut
3-day
like
beard.
Fabio like no.
Yeah,
We're doing the rugged pretty. We're doing the
Clint Eastwood.
either Clint Eastwood or like Bounty commercial. Like one of those.
So
somewhere
we're
in
gonna
there.
be so we've got two representations that are competing: Pantene versus Bounty.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere in there. I'm not exactly.
Sadly, we're not
exactly
getting any money from either of those companies.
However, if someone from those companies is watching and wants to sponsor this stream, you know who to call.
Watch the mic,
We're always looking for sponsors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily Cassio.
Jeannie is already she was already trying to get her last 2 paws up on Seth's lap.
One
so-
lap's not enough for her. She's going for 2.
Yeah.
2 laps.
One for each of you.
Anyway, I will approach Calgor Ironbones, or at least where I was directed, and present myself.
Buh.
Like a curtsy or
Where are you from?
like
by
a
the
quick
way, Carl?
twirl.
The biggest port city on the Iron or Inner Sea. I can't remember its name at the moment.
Oh,
Absalom?
Absalom?
Yes.
Ooh, you've come a long way.
This is what I thought.
The jobs aren't good out there, huh?
So
well,
that
not
5
for
silver
level
pieces
one
a
there.
mile is definitely going to add up.
It is gonna add up. My church was technically cathedral was made aware of such a posting, and we are aware of the Emerald Spire, and I've been sent to aid you in your quest.
A cleric of Serenre.
Does that mean you're working for free and I can get your goods?
No. Well, technically I am. The church isn't.
A most cunning ploy there, Craft. Surprised it didn't work.
As when Asmodeus and Serenre fought the rough beast, we together shall dispose of the malcontents inside the Emerald Spire.
It's true. That's the one thing we agree on. So let's do the one thing we agree on.
I agree that it sounds like adventure and excitement, and I'm always on board for such a thing.
It is true.
Well, before you guys leave, you are going to meet with someone who will give you a few more details. One Signifer Hast.
Perhaps what the pay will be, some details like that.
Yes, you are ushered into the office of a relatively handsome-looking blonde human man. Wearing fancy red robes. He has a pentagram necklace.
And Cassio
10
wins.
monies.
Yep.
Hi, Genie.
Yes. He is Signifer Hast of the Order of the Gate.
Signifer Hast, remember it.
And he says, yes, Calgor, I see your hired help has arrived.
Indeed,
Excellent. Now, You should know that adventurers are tolerated in and around Fort Inevitable. Normally, you would have to go through the proper channels, acquire a license, all of this sort of thing. But since you are working in association with Calgor, you will be free to operate under the assurance of good behavior by our prospective knight here. Know, Calgor, that should they upset the delicate balance of peace and prosperity in Fort Inevitable, you will be responsible to answer for their actions.
Quick question. What constitutes good behavior?
Keeping the peace of the Lady Commander, not disrupting the economy or laws we have in place. That includes aiding indentured servants in escaping their sentence, or similar acts of anarchic tomfoolery. It will not be tolerated.
All of my tomfoolery will be well within the law. I like how she was like surprised to find there's not really enough room for her there and was like struggling to find her place.
Sean, you may have to roll all of my dice for me.
That's
'cause
fine.
I'm clearly busy.
Now, Calgor, he is entering the Emerald Spire as a personal favor to the Order of the Gate to find our missing signifier Chade Deviri. However, the Lady Commander has instructed me that there are a few other tasks that, should you be able to shed some light upon them, you will be justly compensated for. The primary being that there has been a strange surgence of attacks by undead in the region. They all seem to be possessing the same strange symbol of a green crowned skull. The green, we believe, has something to do with the Emerald Spire. If you can shed any light on the situation, and perhaps even stop these attacks from occurring, the Lady Commander is prepared to pay you 15,000 gold pieces.
That is a mighty sum.
Let me attempt a bluff check to not look like I'm just like, ho 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 ho.
I think you fail.
14 to look nonchalant at that number. Hi, Genie. Lie back down.
You're not sure if he is giving you this number because he knows you're probably not going to survive long enough for them to pay, or whether he's
There's
just...
quite the stick that's separating us from that carrot.
Yes. However, he says there are also some tasks assigned to us by the Golden Fire Order. They are a group of wizards that live in Fort Inevitable. Recently, I suppose your rescue mission is twofold. One is to find Signifer Chade Deviri. The other is to find two missing wizards of the Golden Fire Order that entered the Emerald Spire. Their names, as I consult my piece of paper here,
Yeah.
are one Jarun and Tiawask. You will be paid 2,000 gold for each of them, dead or alive, if you can bring them back out of the Emerald Spire.
Do you
have a
have more
preference?
we could...
Ideally alive. But
Noted.
if you can confirm their deaths and return a semblance of their remains, the Golden Fire Order would be appreciative. Secondly, the Golden Fire Order has always been intrigued by the Emerald Spire, but sound reports are hard to come by, understandably. So, if you can find anything relating to dimensional portals or other strange, anomalous activity, the Golden Fire Order is willing to pay 800 gold for such information. And finally, one
Nickels and dimes,
Abernard
right? I got it.
Royst, one of the lead sages in the Golden Fire Order, is interested in detailed descriptions of every level of the Emerald Spire. So, if you are able to fully explore a level and properly map it, you may return it to him and he will compensate you accordingly. Obviously, people have gone to the levels closest to the surface before, so those will be less valuable than the more mysterious ones that few have ever returned to tell the tale. I assume that Calgor has been perfectly forward with your chances of surviving this ordeal.
Not actually, no. You mentioned nothing in the post about that.
With
If you had to ballpark the chances,
so long as we remain within the grace of Asmodeus, I am sure we will succeed.
If I had to ballpark the chances of you surviving and the rest of us surviving, they might be different.
However, the number of adventuring parties that have emerged from the Emerald Spire is slight compared to the number that have gone inside.
It does not sound like there is much of a deadline on this sort of thing, as it sounds like an ongoing issue. you've got?
Deviri has been missing for approximately 2 weeks. The wizards disappeared 1 week ago. So I suppose the timetable is relatively urgent. I mean, the sad truth is, it is likely they met a sad fate within the dungeons. But if there is a possibility that they are still alive, then we leave that up to your best judgment.
So, rescue
Oh,
Deviri.
I've got no heal check on here.
Rescue
so
the wizards.
I got that. I
gather
got it.
intel about the mysteries, map the dungeon itself, and stay alive.
And
That part's optional, it sounds
defeat
like.
the crowned skull.
Yes. Right.
Wait.
Good luck.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah.
The shops and stores of Fort Inevitable are available for your perusal. I'm sure you will find the prices fair.
Yes, where do we pick up our gear package to get things started? Our adventuring gear. Where is that requisitioned from?
Slowly turn
come
to
here.
stare
Yes,
at him.
Ah,
Are you saying that you're not prepared?
I have any number of changes of clothing, and the space in which I can keep adventuring gear. I also have this handy guide to dungeoneering, this Adventurer's Chronicle, that tells me everything I should need to know about the ways of dungeons. But as for
I suppose a porter would be useful, potentially. Calgor, I leave this under your.
I have a weapon.
Understood,
They're your
Signifier.
problem now.
Yes, and understood.
Anyway, I'll be expecting a report, ideally, when you emerge from the dungeon.
You shall have them.
Good luck.
We
May-
depart on the morrow.
Yes, may the power of the Nine Hells be just and protect you from any unwarranted danger.
Praise the Lords of the Nine.
Yeah, praise.
If they see us home, then good.
So with that, you are left to prepare your expedition. The Emerald Spire is, like 2 hours walk away from Fort Inevitable through the woods.
What time is it right now?
Let's say it's, like noon.
Oh, okay. So, I assume you do not need much time to prepare yourselves for the journey.
So long as there are, I suppose, shops available, I do have some currency.
There are many shops in Fort Inevitable. It is one of the more prosperous towns upon this road, by virtue of Asmodeus's might.
I can't imagine it'll take me long to acquire what I need then.
Then we shall meet at the main gate.
Yes, there is, you can direct him to Braddon's General Store.
I shall do so.
There's also Rillin's Armory, and Sephard's Potions and Reagents.
Well,
The general store is where I'm most needed.
Thinking that I must clearly be the smartest person here, and that I'll have to do all the mapping myself, I suppose I'll go and get a book with which to map.
Please. I'll
Yes,
match intelligence with you any day.
Well, are you going to do the mapping?
Good.
Handsome?
Well, I do have this journal and ink pen to do such things, so perhaps.
Do you have the wherewithal to know left from right and forward from backward?
You talking intelligence or wisdom? Those are very different
Little bit
numbers.
of both!
Those are very different numbers.
I think we're looking more at intelligence for creating a map, I would say.
I have an in-character way of saying I have a 16 intelligence.
Very good, then I won't waste my time. You can take care of that.
I'm a member of Fantasy Mensa.
I do a quick, like, I am the very model of a multimedia general. And make it clear that I've clearly am.
You map.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm already
Map
pretty much at my
hard.
light load here, guys. Don't expect me to carry, like, anything else.
That's adorable.
So yeah, I'll need to look for some manner of like adventurer's kits, or I believe I actually think I saw a swashbuckler's kit on there.
They can probably outfit you with one of those
Yeah.
for how much gold do you have?
I've got a good 30 gold, so I
Slap down, what, 15, say, for
Sure.
a backpack and a water skin, bedroll.
that's
rope,
the type of stuff I'm looking for. You're
yeah, flint and steel,
cool.
some
You
torches,
can hand me that pencil.
some trail rations.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I'll just call that my adventurer's kit.
Did I forget to get those?
Oh,
Whoopsie daisy.
I did not.
So Luca was so judgmental over the where do we get our gear, and then did I get those? Is what he says when those
Well-
things are mentioned.
Well, no one said that I was going to be gone for days at a time. You know.
I totally assumed that and already bought those kits.
I don't need to drink water and eat food.
oh, that
said what?
that saves your encumbrance.
15 gold just to be able to have a basic. I'm
Yeah,
exploring
sure.
stuff.
Probably a little overpriced, but this is for inevitable.
The
Yeah.
little-known fact is that kobolds survive via photosynthesis.
Very
That'll
little
work
known.
really well
You
underground.
might be
Hold on.
cold-blooded.
Before we get things truly started, I'll be right. It's really bugging me. The not only the focus on there, but it's also getting darker. I'm gonna try and take care of this real quick. Y'all feel free to continue.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Quickly, Jay.
See if I can make this look a
Show
little better.
me where are the
We have to
spells
go back
in
to the
here?
island.
There we go, spells.
We have to go back to the future.
It's your kids, Marty.
It's your kids. Okay, good. I have the 3 I've
We're
prepared.
going to meddle in the lives of your entire family for several generations, Marty. I'm mad with power, Marty. I'm a god of time.
You would say that, but okay. Which one did I prepare? I probably prepared that one. Yes.
Yeah. Can we hire people to carry stuff for us? Anybody want to go adventuring down into the
hireling?
depths for to certain doom for a few copper and or silver?
Porters, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone would be terribly enthused about that. The Emerald Spire. The Emerald Spire is a notoriously dangerous place. Now, if you're concerned about your carrying capacity,
Yes.
I imagine that kobold stuff doesn't weigh a whole lot. You could probably just ask Kalgor to just carry it. I mean, he is a big fighter man.
What do you say, Iron Bones?
Sprinkle the fur on the man who's allergic to stuff.
I thought you were allergic to the other one.
Cats mostly, but
It's
Can't it be
pet
both?
dander in the general.
In that case.
Dog
my
looks so
apologies.
comfortable. Yeah, well, she is. I imagine they're slightly less.
I'm not cold.
There's that.
But we were running that risk.
how about
Yeah.
Emo?
Iron Bones, will you carry my extraneous crap so that I can successfully scout for you?
I suppose.
Good.
How much do you have?
15 GP worth of water
It
skin.
probably
and-
weighs like how much does a deer pack weigh?
Hey, the number also finally updated. It no longer says we're offline.
11.
Mine weighed like 30 pounds.
Then
And we're joined by the second of
his
the
gear probably weighs like all of 7 pounds.
That's adorable.
My light load capacity is like
He
22.
hands it to you in this like, and then you like accent like, whoa, like, way over your head.
That is the more rare cat.
She comes out, especially when there's a lot of people up here. She likes to hang out, and sit on laps on the couch.
Emo.
Here, come here, Emo.
Emo the cat.
She weighs about as much as my kobold.
No. Well, I thought you were about to say your pack. I was like, not even your pack.
If this was the Viridian
Oh, hey,
Forest. Aragorn's here?
Yes, Draco Lich B. What's up, Aragorn? He is one of the people playing in our other game, our non-streamed game, our Way of the Wicked.
But yes, Kalgor would be willing to carry your little pack, adorable hobgoblin man.
Okay.
He doesn't say that.
Yeah.
Adorable hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Oh,
that too.
kobold. Sorry,
Yeah.
right.
There we go. Much
He's,
better.
he doesn't see race.
Just in a
He
mirror
He
only.
assumes everybody defaults to hobgoblin.
Once your things are prepared,
Sounds
there's
like it at this
a
point.
brisk, I don't know, let's call it hour and a half walk through the woods.
Walk.
Walk.
Do we see any Pokemon in the tall grass?
Yes, there are
basically.
plentiful Weedle and Caterpie about, but it's hard to find the Pikachus. But you can start to see in a clearing a giant green pillar of glass-like material
It's going to come eventually, and it'll be so wonderful. But
kind of sticking up into the sky, somewhat suggestively.
In a suggestive
Fire?
there's a sky up there kind of way.
Yes.
Spire.
Indeed, you come to a clearing, roughly, let's say 100 feet. There's about 100 feet of clear space, no trees or anything between the edge of the forest and the Emerald Spire, the base of which seems to be a tumble of green glass-looking, almost stone-like material. It is very dark, sort of a emerald or green marble look to it, such that the light maybe sparkles a little bit off of it, but it's not like transparent.
So is it kind of like a glass jink blade in Morrowind's kind of look?
Something like that,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But
Yeah, you'd
perhaps-
think he's playing a bard given his loot skills. No, anti-paladin. Sorry, chat.
Yes. This is a. It's a darker green, perhaps, than that.
Okay.
More
and
emerald.
it definitely looks like it's in a state of disrepair. At this distance, it's hard to see what the entrance is or what the state of it is. It's on a hill, kind of in the middle of this clearing, sort of rough dirt and stone-strewn hill.
Well, I suppose it would behoove us to climb the hill then.
I mean, all of our missions do take place in this place, so I don't know. Side quest? Side quest, anyone?
Everyone, as you approach
received the
the
side
Go
quest.
hunting for a side quest.
as you approach the spire, go ahead and
Like
everyone
the
can roll
story
me
quest
a
is directly in front of us.
roll me a perception check, please, to perceive what is around.
Oh,
Here, I can.
Thank you.
Since she's not on my lap. All right. This one
13.
will be for me. Hey, finally, I get something worth a damn. If only it weren't perception. That'll be an 11 for me,
Ooh.
and for Calgor, roll the 10. What do you got?
It is a 10.
Okay.
So we got 10, 11.
Ooh.
And I rolled a 19, so that brings me to a 23 perception.
Carl
Yes.
with the
Or a
perception
22
game.
perception, rather.
Somebody's got to. Come on, change back.
Well, it looks like there are a number of ways to.
I would just leave it on the dice.
Actually, yeah,
for
for
the most
now,
part,
we're
yeah.
going to need that more. So.
Looks like there's a number of ways to enter. The easiest, there is a sort of path up the hill. And it looks like it wouldn't take too much effort to go up. It leads into the side of this structure. There's sort of looks like an ancient collapse or something or other has left a sort of jagged hole in the side of the building. That looks like the easiest way to enter. There used to be, it looks like, a stairwell that led to a more impressive entrance, but it is long since eroded and fell apart. If you wanted to reach that stairwell, it would take some climbing up the more steep hillside. And lastly, thanks to Brother Daniel's sharp eyes, you notice that there seems to be another sort of back door, kind of on the opposite side. But again, it's going to be a something of a climb to reach that back door. So you have like two kind of rough climbs, or a easy trip up a path to enter this building.
I vote for back door.
The easy route is not always the most profitable.
The easy path has likely been trodden more
Exactly.
and triggered various challenges already. There may be simply corpses.
But if I mean, come on, your people know this. If you were to trap a way, wouldn't you trap the easy way more than the hard way?
We trap always.
You always trap.
Now, so you guys want to examine this back door? Is that what
I vote for the back door.
Yes, please.
I vote with the employer. I
I have no
am
preference.
so
I simply
trying
pointed it
to
out.
raise up in this company of adventurers.
Fine, very well.
I will suck up.
Taking
with the best.
10 on a climb check, what does everyone get?
Oh,
Oh,
13.
oh boy.
15.
How does 8 sound to you, buddy?
That sweet armor check penalty.
Would you like to Yoda in my backpack?
So you took a rank and climb?
I did. I took favorite class as a skill. I took the favorite class skill point and put it on climb.
5.
Well,
Taking 10
um,
gets you a 5.
Taking 10. Well, armor check penalty. It's climb.
And I am
Yeah.
counting my armor check penalty, I think.
and then
We'll need you to take off your
Horatio, you
armor
got
and just
a
like tow it behind
15,
you.
you said?
Yes, 15.
It's that sweet
If we're
armor
just
check
taking
penalty.
10.
I see. Consult my book here briefly.
Your book of reference.
Well, he consulted. I guess for anybody, I don't know. There might be people in here who are less familiar with the system. Probably not, but the way it generally works is, as you can see, there's a 10 showing on that die. We have some manner of modifier that we add to that based on how skilled we are at climbing, or certain other modifiers like he's wearing a lot of heavy armor, which is making him worse at climbing. You add all of these numbers together, you get your result based on where that is versus the target that our DM has set or the module has set. Will determine how well we do. So 15 does better than 8, for instance.
I'd say the climb Horatio looks pretty easy for you.
Okay.
Calgor could probably make it with some time, but it looks like it's going to be a tall order for Brother Daniel and Kraft.
I don't do well with tall orders.
Yeah.
However, you can go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
I mean, yeah. Are we sure? Do we need me to slip on banana peels that badly?
18 for a wisdom check. Here.
Kraft,
damn.
you would think that, okay, well, if some of them can make the climb,
We
they
just
could probably
lower a rope down.
go up,
Yeah.
secure a rope, and then it would be much easier for everyone else.
Sure hope somebody brought some rope.
I got some at the general store.
So
I would
Kraft
imagine.
will attempt to make the climb. Or Calgor, not Kraft.
How is it
Your
down
Kraft.
there?
Calgor, go ahead and roll me a climb check.
Okay.
Do.
16.
Great. You make the climb. It's I don't know, it takes you a little bit. Let's say a minute.
Okay.
It's not the most extreme climb. It's just the soil is loose enough and steep enough that it's not like you can just waltz up.
Is it like rained here recently, or
Yes. You can go ahead and put yourself over here, Sean.
I suppose if that is true of just the various climbers.
But you can toss down a rope and
I will do so.
Horatio, you can just make it.
Yeah.
You can just follow him up.
Level 1. Climbing hills is hard.
Sometimes.
And then with the rope, I'd say it is then. Let's say, yeah. You said you get a 5 taking 10. I
do.
think that's just enough. It is still not the easiest thing in your heavy armor.
Nope.
Um,
Nope, it's not.
But,
It's only medium too. That's not even full heavy armor.
but
little bit.
You were abseiling
Yes,
up the hill.
you are all brought to this back
Hooray.
entrance, and you can tell that there's sort of a little blockade. It looks like a little wicker fence made of with like some leaves on it to kind of try and conceal it. It's not like locked or anything. You can just move it aside. But it looks like some
Traps.
effort was taken to conceal this entrance.
That's why it's the entrance for us.
I will start taking the lead, and I will examine for traps and such things.
I'm going to roll that in secret.
Add 8 to it. Yes, because trap finding.
Indeed.
Plus 7 normal, plus 8 for traps.
So yes, you thoroughly examine this little barricade. As far as you can tell, it is unlocked, untrapped. You can just move it aside.
I will attempt to do so.
It moves aside with ease.
You take the
This
lead,
way.
we'll follow 10 feet behind.
All right, I'm going to switch us into map mode for a little bit, so that we can. Granted, we're on like the wrong side of the table for this, but slowly we'll traverse into the dungeon and we'll get more and more center
Now,
screen.
I pre-drew the map to save time.
Right.
Do your best to try and keep
Right, no,
yes,
ignore.
in-character knowledge separate from out-of-character knowledge.
Yeah, we can do some.
You don't have to worry
fans
about
can blow it away
fog
anyway.
of war.
Yeah.
But yes, you come into a tunnel, and it's interesting. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, bright, nice and bright day, and as you enter this tunnel, you would expect like sort of to enter a green shadow, kind of transcending to darkness, but you get like right about here, and it just becomes pitch black. You can still see
Totes.
because you have dark vision, and so can you, Kragor. But Brother
here.
Daniel and Horatio, even you are having trouble seeing through this bizarre gloom.
This is so unfamiliar.
It is so dark, in fact, that Daniel and Horatio cannot perceive anything with the naked eye.
Yeah, well, given my wisdom, I think that's generally true.
Do either of you have torches or a light source?
Oh,
I do, in fact,
but
have a
of
light
course.
source.
If it's torch time, it's torch time.
If you pull out a torch before you light it, I will cast light on your torch.
Oh,
The light of Serenre. Curiously,
Weird. Usually it's more
Uh,
fiery.
normally a torch lights a decent radius of light, but it's almost like this darkness is swallowing the light of your torch. It only illuminates a 5-foot radius around you.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yes,
And
and
that almost
beyond
feels
that,
like it's doing way more harm in a revealing location than good.
and,
then.
and beyond that, again, it is still pitch blackness.
Can
Yes,
I
looking at
see
it
their
on
light
camera
from
here.
where I am?
Yes.
Okay, so I can see them. It's not swallowed in that respect.
Calgor and Kraft, you guys can see fine. It's just all black and white because it's dark vision.
No, but I mean, like, can I see their light
For
source?
people with dark vision, they appear in color in the radius
Okay.
of the light around them.
Weird and artistic.
So imagine a color you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I'll do that
do it
6
again.
more times.
Yes, we did indeed do character generation off screen. We did that before the stream started. We just did these on our own.
So, I would like to cast Detect Magic to see if this darkness is in fact magical.
Yes, you are getting a faint, sort of latent magical aura from the inside of this place. Do you have Knowledge Arcana or
I do.
Spellcraft?
I have both.
Go ahead and roll Knowledge Arcana.
All right.
We're just so invaded by the animals here.
You can join us.
That is the Knowledge of
Wow.
Magic.
I'm rolling
Yeah.
very well.
That's an 18 on that die.
So that becomes a 24.
You think that there must be some sort of latent, ancient magical effect inside this level of the spire that is similar to a darkness spell. It is eating or suppressing light. Considering the age of this place, you think it's very interesting that it's still
active.
I guess it would register as an evocation effect. I believe light is an evocation spell.
Yep. It is.
But yeah, it is curious.
I guess we can. Wickinator is a late joiner. We can do a real quick rundown once again of what we're playing. Just real.
Hobgoblin Fighter.
Yeah, Hobgoblin Fighter, an Elven Swashbuckler.
Human Cleric.
Krath of the Houndstraggler clan, a kobold rogue.
You had to be fancy.
And Dungeon Master Extraordinaire.
A rogue, or in some corners, a rouge.
Yes.
Or in some quarters, a Rouge Rogue.
So yes, the tunnel leads you to a little nexus of sorts. And who's carrying the torch, Horatio?
I'm certainly carrying a torch. Whether it is the party's, with only the 5-foot radius, I don't know if that's the only light source or not, but
I
am
will
carrying a
cast
torch.
light again on my shield to
Well,
have it.
you think you can only have one light spell active at a time.
Oh.
indeed.
You can actually light a torch.
I was gonna say, if you would like to use your light on yourself, and then I can just, a little more mundane light this torch.
We can do that,
Use
yeah.
it in the classic fashion. We can do that, and then.
And we won't want light
I
sources
think I'll
anyway.
probably, after actually lighting my torch, I'll probably have that in like the offhand, and then just the rapier out. Just now that we're proceeding into the depths and darkness.
Another irritating aspect of this place is that the floor is cracked, strewn with rubble. Bits of things have fallen from the ceiling, so it is difficult terrain. So not only do you have to really be careful because you can't see very far, but you also have to really watch your footing and watch your step.
I almost took the trait that let me charge over difficult terrain.
You see yourself doing a lot of charging?
Maybe, actually.
But yes, you find yourselves in a little nexus of sorts. The curving hall is badly damaged, but there are intact doors to the north, east, and south, as well as a large double door leading west to the core of the tower. The southeast corner of the room has collapsed in a mound of green glass rubble, but a tunnel runs through the debris. But that's where you just came
Right.
through.
So is north this way?
North.
Yes.
I should actually draw that.
Right.
Yes, please. Get a compass on there.
Seems to be that north is if you were to follow the facing of our characters.
Perhaps draw the compass near the dice tower so you can see it
it's
easily
like
on the
that.
camera.
Yeah.
So this would be north.
Or Z, for the perspective of the camera.
Yes.
That is Z north.
It is Zorth.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with north, which is copyright protected.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I got it wrong.
Yeah,
Whoops.
I was gonna say.
Whoopsie.
I thought I was north.
All right. Well, hold on.
Here.
So
Sean, you draw it over there.
Yeah. Here, give me the thing.
north is
Just make sure it's like
This
right next
way.
to
Yes.
the tower.
That's what I'm talking about. Sweet, sweet
That
arrows.
There we are.
is north. And did it in the proper perspective and everything.
Look at me.
So just ignore. So we have north,
And
east,
zorth.
south, and zest. It's the zesty direction. It's very picante.
That points to flavor country.
Yeah. Oh, flavor country guys.
I recommend we take the eastern door first.
So that would
We
be
leave the picante for later.
this guy.
Yeah.
I like it. I will examine that door for traps.
Traps.
I like it.
I have no opinion. I have no strong opinion.
And then your perception is a +8.
8 for traps, yes.
All right. You examine this door. It seems unlocked. You don't detect any mechanisms or tripwires or anything.
Or any magic traps? Cool. Then I will attempt to open the door if you
The
want.
door is a sphere of annihilation.
All right. You
That
do
would be
so.
bad.
Man, they sure are. This sounds
Not
very
pulling
level
any
one.
punches.
Yeah.
You find a room. A plush, human-sized bed stands in this chamber, along with a table that is holding a bone scroll tube and jars filled with eyeballs, claws, and teeth. There are
That
various strange
looks wonderful.
parts scattered about. They look like articulated joints. One kind of looks like a hand, but they're not like made of flesh. They're made of parts, metal, a bit of wood, and some of that green glass material that the structure itself seems to be made of.
Not very much of this room is on brand for me, guy. Like this is not my style.
As we aren't under any immediate pressure, if you'd allow me a minute or two,
Indeed.
I'd like to search around the perimeter of the room since there don't appear to be any doors, and check to see if there are any secret entrances or exits from this room.
Indeed.
Put this under here for a second.
Keep in mind, of course, if my direction sense is, as I've been charting the map along to the best of my ability in this low light, like, it does seem that we're probably on the perimeter of the tower itself.
Well, you do a pretty thorough examination, but you don't think that there are any exits or...
I believe that this room is secure, and as there's only one door, this may be an appropriate place for us to retreat to, should we need to,
That sounds
to
wise.
rest safely
You do
without
find...
fear of intrusion.
do you want to look inside the scroll tube?
Yeah.
Inside is a sheet of parchment on which is drawn a complicated magical sigil in iridescent green ink.
You seem to have some magical abilities,
I do.
priest.
What do you make of this?
You can roll a knowledge arcana, or you can
Brother
roll a
Daniel, was it?
linguistics check.
Yes,
I can do that too.
I am Brother Daniel. You said knowledge arcana? I believe you did.
We have our very first. It's not on camera, but we have our very first nat 20 of the game.
So 26.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
You would know this. You've seen these before in the in your time in the library of the Cathedral of Serenray. It is an identifying rune or mark, similar to like an arcane mark spell. It looks like a very stylized number 6 in the ancient Aslanti tongue.
And number 6.
What do you make of it, Daniel?
This specific item is a arcane mark of some form or fashion. It uses the numerical form of 6 in the Aslanti tradition.
Does
Why it's here is a different question.
Could I perhaps attempt a knowledge local to see if I know any significance to that number in Aslanti
Sure.
lore?
I'll like take you aside real quick. I'm a little bit new to this business. Does
8.
that basically mean you don't know?
Do you know what an arcane mark is?
Flip through guide. Flip through guide. It doesn't. There's no arcane mark in this index.
So sometimes when wizards want to write their name in a fancy way,
When a wizard and a witch love each other
very much,
And they need to mark their child.
and they
Yeah.
need to mark their child permanently, whether visibly or invisibly, they cast a spell called Arcane Mark.
We should search the room.
Is it like this? And I do a casting of prestidigitation to make just like a signature, my signature in the air. I'm like that?
Close, but not quite.
At our leader's directive.
Prestidigitation?
I do. I took a trait that gives me. I can do it 3 times a day. But that's the only spell I've got.
So you've got a little bit of elven
I've got.
magic.
I've learned. I picked up a little bit from one of the other actors, like
Nice.
who taught me a little bit of like,
It's
yeah,
like
this
the,
helps cover up
it's
your
like
blunders.
the spells at the beginning of Final Fantasy IX that don't do anything when you do the play. I like it.
Yeah, so it allows me to cover up a little bit of a stage mistakes and do some like, oh my god, that book is floating over here. Like it's good
Nice.
stuff.
Nice.
Yes, at our leader's directive, I'll just search the room generally.
You already have.
Oh, okay.
Sufficiently? Okay.
I agree.
Search
with
it
your-
again.
Yeah. Then I agree with
That
your.
wasn't good enough.
Look hard.
You've not produced gold or enemies. Unsatisfactory.
Then I propose we take the northern door.
This guy here?
Yeah. I will search the door.
When are we gonna get to Flavor Country?
We gotta make our way there slowly.
There's
Not
there's A10 on the door. Just kidding.
Yeah.
A10 brand of barbecue sauce.
It's 10 times better than A1. We're never getting sponsored by
So
that.
I assume you're going to be perceiving at this door?
Yes, please. 7 or 8 with traps.
Also, I'm curious. If you were to say take 10 on a stealth check, what would everyone get?
What a question.
24.
Ooh, stealth checks, right?
13.
I think the brother will be our weak link here.
Something about clank, clank, clank goes the heavy
5.
armor. Yeah.
Clank, clank, clank goes the heavy armor.
That armor loves that number.
Yeah, it does.
24, and that's counting my armor check penalty.
So 24, 5,
13.
13, and
9.
9.
Maybe
Okay.
we should be more than 10 feet behind me.
You hear something on the other side of this door. You can hear what sounds like the tinkling of tools. And you also hear a muffled voice mention something about, yes, yes, Clanky, I will make a new arm for you, yes.
In common,
In Goblin.
which I speak.
Yes.
Oh shit, I forgot to put languages on here, and I have a couple of them. Oh, well, I'll do that next time.
There appears to be something beyond the door, a goblin of some sort, with I suspect some sort of device or minion he's created.
Then we shall subdue him.
If you wish to prepare to charge in or shoot him with arrows or whatever you big people do, I will open the door.
Calgor readies his halberd.
We're going to find out what I do, but whatever I do, it's done magnificently.
I'm sure. Do y'all want to position yourselves any different before I open this door?
I will be just next to you.
You can put me in the back.
I have no problem being
That's fine.
front line.
There we go. That's fine.
All right. So you open the door. Inside is a curving room with a good-sized kitchen, complete with decaying tables, cupboards, and bins. One newer table that has what seems like a child's laboratory set up, with broken cups standing in for beakers. But there are two occupants to this room.
My first chemistry set was just pouring colored water from one test tube to another.
Yeah.
Bunsen
Makes
and
other
beaker.
colored
Yeah,
water.
when you pour the blue test tube into the yellow test tube, you get green. That's chemistry, not even 101, but like just
Oh,
one.
yeah,
just
chemistry one.
1.
It's not even 1.
Are
It's
you
like
good at chemistry, Gene?
0.5.
Are you good
So
at chemistry?
you see, well, I should say that Kraft and Calgor see the occupants. Horatio and Brother Daniel see blackness.
Hooray, blackness.
No parents.
Look, it's not as racist as it sounds, guys.
Now, you see a goblin. Goblins are small, green-skinned creatures with big balloon heads and huge, sharp teeth-filled mouths and little red eyes. And this particular goblin, he is wearing leather armor, and he seems to have a finely made goblin-sized falchion strapped to his back.
Finally made.
And he is tinkering with a human-sized automaton of some kind. It seems to be mostly composed of this green glass-like material, but the limbs are like cogs or definitely like clockwork in design. But this automaton has seen better days. It's missing one of its lower legs. It's been replaced with a wooden peg. It's also missing one of its arms, but it appears to be a rotting human arm has been nailed to the missing socket and just kind of
That-
dangling.
That seems,
not
that seems
good.
more cosmetic than functional.
I think this goblin
In a
may not be
weird
the
way.
finest craftsman.
What? No.
It is also adorned
Hey,
with.
let's see your automaton.
It's also adorned with like dead mice and bones and
Also cosmetic.
other kind of things, just kind of on little strings dangling from it. And then on its head has been painted 2 crude eyes and a big smiley face of a mouth.
Is this like his butterfly wings thing of like, I look like a larger predator?
How old does this goblin look?
It's hard to say. I mean, well, you were raised by
Matured?
goblins. It looks like an adult
Okay, good.
goblin. Being raised by goblins, you know that goblins are scatterbrained a little bit. They are.
That's very kind of you.
They are illiterate, almost as a race. They don't trust writing. They think it steals the thoughts from your mind.
Strangely, they don't do much writing.
Also, goblins are very superstitious, and they hate dogs and horses with a fiery passion. But yes, this goblin seems to have a friend. He named it Clanky. However, he is extremely distracted by his work, and he didn't hear you, even with your preposterous,
And you were
loud
trying.
clanking
I
hammer.
was
You were doing the
trying.
full-on stumbling
So,
through a bucket.
I will give you guys a surprise round to act.
Like, this goblin's got to be like listening through headphones, like singing along, while in the
I have
background we
a
see over
22
his shoulder.
initiative.
Hooray!
Would
You
you roll
could roll
for
me one.
Yeah, go ahead and just.
I wish I could change the dice. This is run out of battery. I can't switch angles anymore.
10 for you gets you what?
Gets me 13.
Okay.
Can't switch to the dice game.
14 for you.
Which gets me a 15.
15 for you.
18.
I'm just gonna put this down.
Everyone remember their numbers?
I'll remember to charge it before
Yes.
next time.
Ooh, a journal.
I'm just
Wow.
gonna use a little
Oh,
piece
look
of
at how fancy.
scratch paper here.
Fancy.
Get
Maybe,
my
maybe
pencil.
he's friendly, says Wickinator. I mean, yeah, maybe it wasn't that he didn't hear us, and more just like he's got no beef with us.
Meh.
That's
Sorry.
404 does not compute.
Yeah.
Goblin in dungeon.
You know, I mean, maybe he is friendly. You certainly have the option to reach out and try to communicate. So, what was Calgor's initiative?
22.
Oh, 22.
22. Kraft,
18.
big 18. Brother Daniel,
15.
15. And
13.
Horatio.
You asked for him in the right order.
So, Calgor, you seize the initiative. You can see.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Game Hero 2000. Glad you're enjoying our little broadcast.
But yes, you are free to act in the surprise round.
This is difficult terrain. So
It is.
1, 2.
All right, everywhere, right?
Well, you can't go around the corner, so it's 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
that's what I meant. I mean,
Yes.
1, 2 squares.
Ah,
Right.
So is that's your move action?
That is my move action.
You enter the room.
And I. Can I. That would be, no, I can't.
You could say something.
Can I attempt to intimidate?
Sure.
Not to demoralize.
Okay.
Just for
Surrender,
shits.
goblin!
Do you? What language do you speak when
Goblin.
you say this? You're speaking in Goblin. Okay.
That's a good
27.
roll.
You're certainly scary. Let's see. The goblin, he kind of looks somewhat confused as you enter the room, and he says, "Croak." Krath, what do you do?
Let's see. 1, 2 gets me forward. And then put me into that corner, I guess.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. And I'll say in Goblin, yes, we've come to relieve you of your duties.
Better.
Feel free to roll me a bluff check. With a +5.
14.
14 total?
Yes.
Could be worse.
Hey, I might believe you. Are we?
That's true.
Did we get
Do you
harmed by the
speak goblins?
Yeah. Well, I guess there's. I don't know. I speak 3 languages that aren't common.
He's like, who are you? Brother Daniel.
I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna double move into the room.
You can only single move.
Oh well, then I will single move to the door
Yes. Hooray, difficult terrain.
and armor.
And a person in front of you.
Any, Horatio?
Wait, just real quick. Why can you only single move?
Because it's a surprise round. You only get one action.
Oh, this
Right.
is a surprise round. Got it. that would be why. All right.
For those of you watching at home, in a surprise round, you only get one action.
I was very surprised by this. Yeah, I guess just single move in. I've got a full 30 foot, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's just do the diagonal there. Yeah, kind of back against the wall, rapier out.
Yes,
ready
remember,
for action.
you can only see these squares, so you still can't even see the
Yeah,
occupants.
I'm just kind of like listening for where people seem to be headed.
And sticking to the wall so you don't get flanked.
That's what I'm saying. I'm feeling my way around the wall. Be like, okay, hold on.
All right, well, that so concludes the surprise round. I will now roll initiative for the other occupants of the room, because they seem...
Well, the map isn't aesthetically pleasing. It looks like a pretty sweet map. Yeah, we do our best with what we've got given. Once again, though, if you'd like an aesthetically pleasing map, there are purchasable ones available, but we need your monies.
Horatio, what is your initiative modifier?
3.
3. Okay.
No roll off for you today, Horatio. However, it's good that one of them got your initiative rather than mine.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, the Maelstrom. One of the things, unfortunately, like I'd love to get the camera closer to
Brother
like the
Daniel, what
exact
is your
portion of the
initiative
map we're
modifier?
using.
Just one.
Though then that would screw up
Or wait,
dice tower. Though we can't actually look at the
did I take
dice right
the...
now anyway. But I don't want to fuck with the cat.
I'm sorry,
Maybe
my
villains.
initiative bonus is 3.
You can send your best crayons. Are they functionally very different from your worst crayons? Like, is there a big margin?
Well, I mean,
there?
no. His best crayons are Crayola. His worst crayons are whatever the...
Off-brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Crayola, another sponsorship opportunity.
Crayola.
Cranola.
Granola.
Yeah, granola.
Generic crayon.
Calgor,
brands.
you seize the initiative.
Cray-Cola, a seafood-flavored beverage.
I wish to... Oh, I can't charge through difficult terrain. God damn it! I will move up and smack'ems the construct. Power attack.
You're gonna smack 'em's good.
I am, hopefully.
Yeah.
Any preference, Sean?
Yeah, there's fine. Yeah, right
Hey,
there.
that's a good roll.
Does a 19 hit the construct?
You swing your halberd and you strike it
Grand.
with the blade.
Dealing 16 damage.
Hey, that's quite a start for level 1.
Yes.
Wow.
You notice that
Calgor Iron
it
Bones,
is,
ladies and
it is
gentlemen.
hard enough that some of the damage seems to be resisted.
Indeed.
However, it is still a mighty blow.
Well done, sir. Well done.
She is so just like found her spot.
It also looks like this thing is already in a somewhat state of disrepair.
Well, yeah, something about the peg leg
And the
arm.
nailed-on, rotting arm.
You may have mentioned something like that. That is the exact wrong place to go, Emo.
Hi, Hemo.
For like a few reasons.
You can cuddle with me and Jeannie.
Good job, Calgor. Krath is up next.
I'll move forward 2 spaces.
Here?
And draw my short swords.
You have a quick draw?
Nope.
Can you not draw? Oh, you don't have attack bonus, right?
Not yet.
Violence is apparently the party's solution to this encounter. Well, I mean, so far anyway, only one person has done violence.
And we have attempted to both intimidate and bluff the goblin.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the goblin had
brother,
no chance to respond to either
Brother
of these
Daniel,
things.
it is your turn.
It's going to move into the room.
1, 2, 3,
Hold
4.
the elevator,
Welcome to the
guys.
room,
You
brother
can see
Daniel.
you can see your friends, Horatio and
Well, let's...
Yeah.
Colleagues.
Yeah.
companions.
Co-workers.
And I cannot see them.
No,
I don't speak goblin.
no.
I don't even know that we've reached co-worker level. I think we're just more traveling companions.
You should pick your languages. They may come up.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take long.
Well, you know Common and Elven.
Yeah, I know
Right.
those.
And
but
you
I
get
need
3 extras?
I need 3 more.
Oh wow, you got high in.
Yeah.
That's why he's our map maker.
And wait, I can see
You can see Calgor and Horatio.
Horatio.
Yes.
May the light of Serenly guide
Serenly?
you. Serenray guide you in your future endeavors.
Are you guiding him?
I am in fact casting guidance upon him.
Man. I'm loving it.
The
On
automaton sort of clanks to life. It seems to respond in self-defense as Calgor attacks it, and it swings its good arm at Calgor.
I'd much rather
Does
the
it-
good arm than the bad arm.
Does it have a weapon of any sort?
No, it's just slamming you. I don't think it hits you though. Your AC is 18.
is.
It glances off your scale mail. Clank. It definitely has some strength behind it though.
I approve.
And then
clank,
it will. I think it'll move to block the goblin, provoking an attack of opportunity from Calgor.
Does a 13 hit?
It does.
It provokes an
It
attack
is-
from me as well,
It is
doesn't
in
it?
it is in poor shape, and yes, you can take an attack if you wish.
I do 14 damage.
Continuing to roll pretty well on that D10.
Yeah.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes,
I cannot sneak attack him.
That is
But I
indeed
will
a
do 2 damage
comprehensive
to
list
him.
mechanic.
you do no damage to it.
Awesome.
Your dinky little sword just glances off of its hard exterior. However, Calgor inflicts another sound blow, cutting a nice gash in it. However, electricity starts to spark from it now, going
I like
I
being
am-
more than 5 feet away
I'm
from
not a
it.
fan of that.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that.
I did like it more when it was not affecting the area around it.
The goblin now draws his falchion, and he says, "Go forth, Clanky! Destroy the intruders!" He is quite excited about this, and he produces a small holy symbol. And for those of you with dark vision, you can see that it is a jackal head. If you have knowledge religion, you can roll that.
I hope
I
you
can't
have.
see it,
Yeah.
Aw,
Is that-
that's
yeah.
true.
but I do have knowledge
and he
religion.
casts a spell, but I think the only person that could really identify the spell also cannot see him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he casts a spell, and he says, Lamashto, praise us, blessed be!
This preternatural darkness is kind of fucking up the thing that we got going right now.
Yep.
We got to find a way to shut this down,
Uh,
if possible.
Get dark vision.
Horatio, you are next.
You are
I
guided.
sure am. I am guided. All right. I need to
You may
take-
not have seen the automaton. You probably saw me swing at something.
Yeah,
in
I'm
front
kind of like
me.
I'm following the general motion that I've seen you do. Like, I can hear something's
Yes,
going on
as
over
soon
here.
as you step there, you can see the half-crude goblin-painted automaton. It is sparking and doesn't look too
Oh,
in
and
good shape.
I fly right into action to be as soon as I see it with a just like jumping thrust forward to
Nice.
Yeah.
to pierce into this bad boy.
You
Try and
thrust
get him
that.
like through. I want to go like underneath an arc of electricity to trying to really aim this one.
Yeah,
Fuck.
do it up.
Not a way better aim.
Good aim.
Let's not have that be indicative of the aim that I do that throws it over the dice tower.
I got a feeling
Oh, he probably
Yeah,
has.
that's 16.
you succeed.
I do succeed, and let's get some damage here. All right.
Max damage.
Yeah, max damage on this is going to be just 7 damage to thrust my blade into
Again, it seems to
one of
resist.
the mechanical parts, but I'm not going to avoid the just the stapled on arms.
Yeah, again, it seems to resist some of the damage, but you do hit a vulnerable joint. A little chunk of metal flies off, and again, it continues to just.
Right. Error.
And we're back to the top of the initiative with Calgor.
I think I will just attack it again. That seems like the optimal solution to our problems.
got
As
a nice-
McKay said, violence solves
Yeah,
everything.
Sadly, I get a 7, and I doubt that hits.
Oh, you do. You miss.
Oh,
Yeah, so you do miss.
right.
The swing is a little. The electricity is kind of disorienting.
It's the darkness in here, man.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
that
hold
brings
it
us back
against
to
you.
Krath.
Can I squeeze along the wall here and get there without provoking?
I will say, thanks to your slight kobold build, that you certainly can.
Now I'm in a flank. Hello, sneak attack. And I'm also fighting something larger than me, and no allies are adjacent. So I get a bonus to my attack.
Would you like me to roll this?
Sure.
You have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, but I moved, so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
But call it a +6.
I call that a hit with a 22.
Yeah.
And you're gonna roll me a D4 -1 and a D6 for sneak attack.
You succeed.
What do we got?
You get
eight
8
damage.
damage.
So your tiny kobold sword. What are you using? A
Couple short swords.
Short sword.
So a dagger,
It
basically.
pierces through
Yeah.
the sort of sternum of the construct, and as it sort of powers down and
daggers.
collapses, a wave of electricity goes.
I'm loving that.
I'll need a reflex save from everyone.
Oh, okay. Well,
I assume this is not considered a trap.
It is not.
What do you have as a bonus?
me, I've got a +5.
Right. You got a 12, and so did I.
Also,
Alright.
+5.
Oh, but I'm guided right now.
So you got a 13.
Yes.
Yeah, you can choose to use it whenever you wish.
Yeah, I'll use it on this one. Maybe bump that to a 13.
And
I
roll
didn't
one more
use it
time.
on my attack.
7.
7. Good job, Rogue.
12, 13. What's your plus?
2.
17.
Wow. That's
Everyone
surprising.
dodges out of the way except Crap.
Wop wop.
Well, to be fair, I did just
Apparently
have
when
my
you-
short sword
The
stuck in
armor
him.
is only an impediment when...
Yes, actually, that's good. So because you struck the killing blow, the electricity arcs up your sword and electrocutes
yeah, I like it.
you.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
So you take 4 electricity damage.
You did stick the fork directly into the socket,
Mm-hmm.
so...
Ouch.
But it is destroyed. The goblin says, "No, Kanky!"
Can I, as a free action, say to him in Goblin, stand down or the same will happen to you?
But I don't have electricity.
And I'm also not a construct. I'm a tiny goblin man with probably a low intelligence.
Good job, Krath. Brother Daniel, you were next.
I believe my my
You
allies
saw
have
the
this.
automaton fall.
I believe my allies have this well in hand. I will for the sake of usefulness, reach out and guide Horatio again, and
I like it.
call out my turn.
You will get no complaints from this party.
Good job.
I appreciate this transaction.
The goblin is next. He kisses his little symbol of Lamashtu, and Kalgor and Krath. You see, there are now 2 of him. He like splits in 2, and then he runs. 1, 2, 3.
Can I attempt an attack?
You note that he seems to know the placement of the rubble and such that he's unaffected by the difficult terrain as he runs. But everyone, I believe, except Horatio,
Yeah,
can take an
I
attack of
can't see him.
opportunity.
22.
I would have seen him.
Yes.
Oh,
Technically,
He
your attack
ran
would hit
from
first, though.
next to
So
you.
oh.
Can I
hit.
time my attack for when he's in between me and Horatio?
I don't think he ever
No.
is.
Okay. 11.
You miss.
22.
14.
You have the potential to hit, but there are 2 targets.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Splatter him.
I hope.
Splat, splat.
Splatty splat.
Even or
splat.
odd, Sean?
Even.
You hit him,
18 damage.
17 damage.
and down he goes.
Yeah.
All right.
If there was a problem, he'll solve it. Check out the hook roll. The DJ revolves it.
I would like to introduce
Yeah, we have a
stream to a new
concept.
rule.
Yeah.
I nominate Sean for a root beer for rocking that
Yeah,
combat.
so
I'll take it.
when we play D&D, one of our little house rule things that we do is when people do something particularly awesome, they can be nominated for a root beer. Feel free to also nominate people in chat if you'd like. We have a limited supply, but when they do something awesome, they earn a nice bottled root beer. This is a Henry Weinhard's root beer. I would definitely love if they'd sponsor us.
Henry Weinhardt.
Yeah.
For the best of times.
But One Year Adventure is really awesome. So yes, our first root beer nomination for just felling the goblin in one blow
And
as he
for that-
tried to run away.
Screw that guy.
In 2 forms.
And for pretty much rocking the construct for the most part.
Oh
too.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does it feel to one-shot a level 2 cleric?
It feels so good.
It feels like it's going to overflow.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Way to be on the ball there, Kobo.
Yeah. That's awkward.
It's that perception check, you know.
Well, it seems that the danger has passed. Or what passed for danger.
Right. Yeah, technically.
Oh, I think it was dangerous.
Although you got a little jolt there.
And not the cola.
I'll shake down the goblin for whatever he's worth.
Yes, indeed. And I will let you do that.
Loot the corpse.
I'll watch you do that.
I'll
but
probably be
you have
just
a better
like
perception
feeling
check than
my
I
way
do.
back towards the wall for stability, and once again, I don't like the idea of being snuck up on, so I'll kind of back myself into the corner.
There are some goodies on this goblin.
Yes.
He has 95 gold on him.
Ooh,
I will let one of the pack mules write down the things that they can carry for me.
I should have brought my notebook.
Party leader will keep track of loot.
Okay.
Good job.
His small-sized falchion is indeed of masterwork quality.
Ooh.
Which is unusual for a goblin.
To have anything good.
He is wearing a pair of just mundane leather armor, small-sized. And he has a wand.
Ooh.
You should attempt to spellcraft that one.
I would very much like to do so. For an 18 spellcraft.
You believe this is a wand of cure light wounds.
Yes.
Now that is-
Useful.
yeah, you know that
How
fills a
many
gap.
charges?
You are saying you think there are 20 charges left.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to that.
He throws it over his shoulder. I don't want to be. He's like trying to protect his own job as the cleric. Be like, this is just going to put me out of a living.
I don't want to be held
Snap.
back by this.
Yeah.
You said there were 20 charges?
Damn, cure light wounds mons are
Cure-
taking my job.
You don't
Light.
have proficiency with Falchion, do you?
I don't think so, but I also can't weapon finesse it.
Ah, fair point.
Does anyone have an appraise check worth a damn?
I do. It's a +6.
Go ahead and
Wait,
roll
that's
it.
a lie. Yes, it is +6.
Wait, that's
Wait, the lie was a lie. That's a truth.
15.
As you kind of look at the remains of the construct, you think that perhaps an interested buyer might pay some gold for them. They are unusual. You've never really seen anything like this before.
Are there specific parts worth collecting, or the whole item itself?
Probably the ones that haven't been
Goblinized.
defaced by goblin bits. You know, there's a few choice components. You think that maybe it would be worth about 75 gold to the right buyer?
Do I think we could excise those right components and carry them, or should we leave the corpse sort of in our safe zone?
Either or is probably fine. Like, it'd probably weigh, I don't know, let's say 10 pounds.
That's not anything to me.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah.
right, we'll pull off the good parts, and give them to our hobgoblin
Grant,
leader.
treasure has been marked down.
Look at that. You're already profiting from your venture into the Emerald Spire.
No, that
And
way-
we've already had our first blood.
Now, we don't want to fall into that gambler's fallacy of feeling like we're on a hot streak. Maybe we should probably call it quits right here. We're in the black.
We haven't even
Let's
achieved
not
one
push
of our
it.
side quests.
Only one. Yeah, but we're already ahead. I spent what 15 gold to make this journey. And,
I would like to perceive the area around us to see if there's any sort of reaction to the combat that just happened.
Oh, like
Listen for sounds.
noise or
Yes,
anything?
indeed.
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'll
I have a
keep my
piss
ear
poor
out as
perception,
well.
but I'm hoping you roll better.
Ooh, I do.
Well, that's another way to roll it into the tower.
Yeah, that worked. That was a 3. I failed.
25.
Good man.
Gunjoff the Green. Hey to you as well, man.
Howdy.
Gun job.
Welcome to the stream.
You're all kind of listening for anything, and Krat, you think you hear the sound of snoring coming from this direction.
That is convenient.
I think that there may be some slumbering adversaries on the other side of that wall.
You know what, Brother Daniel? So far, you have proven your worth just by seeing that back door.
Sweet. So, other thought.
Slumbering.
Both
Didn't
of
wake
you,
up through any of this, huh?
both of you, aren't having any problems with this darkness.
Yes. indeed.
So why don't we take a moment and let me guide both of you
Sounds good to me.
before we go into the next room. Or wait, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can have two guides.
Guidance will last for a minute, and I don't think that there's any limitation on how many guidances you can have.
up.
Sweet. So I will do that. Just so that as we move forward, you can have that small bonus.
Great. So the Blessing of Serenre
Before
is on you.
Before you do that, let me search the door for traps.
I have to search
It's a good go-to.
search the couch for cats.
Be careful, you think the dog died. No,
She's
she's
alive.
just very comfortable and happy.
You know that movie All Dogs Go to Heaven? Well, I think it happened just now.
That's,
wait,
that's
we're
kind of
gonna
playing into the dog being dead.
There's going to be an
remember?
alligator
Yeah.
inexplicably showing
Yeah.
up,
Let's make music together.
and then a
We cannot
disappointing
afford to keep
sequel with a
singing that
cat
song.
demon.
We absolutely cannot afford.
Cease and desist. They sing of
You
any
believe it
song.
is
All dogs
unlocked
go
and
Cool.
untrapped.
Let us
Then,
proceed.
Guide
my
us, and I
kobold
will
friend.
open the door.
I have guided you.
I will attempt to do so quietly if I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys like remain in the rear in case your
That's
lynx makes
kind
them
of
wake
my
up.
plan.
Yeah.
Just roll a stealth check, I guess. There are giant dollar bills.
Yeah.
23.
9.
Back up.
So you take a peek into this room. It seems to
Oh,
be
jeez.
a mess hall of sorts.
My grandma seemed comfortable too at the end.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
That's
That
good.
is dark, Ganjoff.
I guess that's a good thing.
However, I'm gonna ding him for that one.
And now McKay is transformed into a numbers station.
no,
Beep
or a
boop.
cat.
Or a cat station.
I like my explanation
Yeah.
better.
Oh, how did that turn into? How was that?
That
a
cat
misspelling
hopped
of
from
cat?
9 to 20. Like,
The cat.
yeah.
I see.
Like clearly, we can approximate the size of the cat based on stepping from 9 to 2.
unless
one
it was
footstep.
a numpad.
Oh yeah, that's true. Could have just been. Anyway, they were saying
for,
like
for a
relevant
minute I
things.
thought Beanie was talking to me because that's my handle.
No.
So there's a demi-lich in this room. He just cast Horrid Wilting. I'm just kidding.
Good.
So
No, it's actually a mess hall. There are 2 tables with benches that lie scattered about. Decaying food of an indescribable nature sits on the tables. And at the southern end of the chamber, there are, well, doors. I guess these would be the southern end of the chamber. However, you see there is a snoring goblin. He's kind of like face down in a sort of pile of food. And another goblin is near him, and he's giggling to himself as he kind of like positions his friend in like the optimal, like embarrassing, like he's like taking like rotting mashed potatoes and piling it on his head.
He's doing the goblin equivalent of drawing dicks on his face.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
might be drawing dicks on his face. I don't know.
Like
but-
he takes some like a gooey, bread and like makes a fake mustache out of like crust, and it's like his little masterpiece.
This goblin's adorable. Leave him alone.
Does he appear to have noticed us?
What did you get on your stealth check?
24, I think it was. 23?
He is enraptured with his project.
Should have gotten a sap so I could do non-lethal.
Fuck 'em.
But
We have torches, Maelstrom. The problem is they're presumably magically not really being effective. They're only really affecting like 5 feet around us. Something is like squelching the light. We have torches.
so I'll tell you all to stand back, to hold back while I attempt to take care of this, and I'll attempt to sneak into the room.
Bum, bum, bum,
One,
bum, dun.
2. Roll me 2 stealth checks, please.
Not a great start.
So there's an 18.
It's enough
No,
though.
That's right. You're still you.
And then a 30.
Jeez.
You are stealthy.
I'm gonna say this goblin
Ow!
is distracted.
We're all playing level 1s, right?
He's tiny. His
Count as
because
tiny,
he's
so I get a
kobold, he
plus
counts
8
as
to
tiny.
stealth,
Jeez.
and
Yeah.
it's trained, and I've got a plus 3 dex.
So you manage to get right next to him. He is so enraptured in his work that he does not see the stealthy kobold.
How does he feel about a full attack with 2-weapon fighting?
Well, to be fair, you get a surprise round against him, so you can't
That's
full
true.
attack. But you can certainly get a sneak attack.
I will
in
do
on
that. And if I beat him in initiative, I can also full attack him for sneak attack.
Potentially. I'm going to say that only you get this
That
surprise
is
round.
entirely fair.
Yep.
So make
What,
it
you
count.
mean all of us way back there?
Yeah, exactly.
A chance to know, like, this is the moment.
This is the
Those
moment.
people who can
18
only
to
see
hit his
5 feet
flat-footed.
away.
You succeed. Roll your sneak attack damage.
5.
Ooh. You definitely wound him, but it's not enough to bring him down, and he goes, so everyone should roll initiative now.
I implore you to
Wait,
make that
well-
exact sound again.
That was a good sound.
Oh, you don't think he can? Okay, I got
think
a
he can.
12.
And what's your mod?
5.
No,
Improved
I'll
initiative.
act at the end again.
No, I have a +3 and then I have a
Nope.
trait.
You probably won't.
So what?
7.
6.
Oh, okay.
I
we-
rolled a
we-
3.
We are racing towards the end of the line. Just no, I can move
Slower.
I hold on.
Yep.
So what did
We're
Calvin
gonna
get?
be late.
12.
And Kratos is 12 minus.
We're gonna be late.
He's hoping he beats the goblin, or this may turn very ugly for him quickly.
Daniel?
I got a 6.
Big 6.
And
Big
I'm a 7, so I'm right before him. We should buy wizard costumes and play in a cave away from the rest of the world like true D&D players, or DD players anyway.
I think
How
in
do-
character he said that because the comment above was we should buy torches.
Well, but that was from a different person though.
I know. I don't know. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not. His
Okay.
name is Gonjoff the Green.
We judge.
I think we
yeah.
should do that. I'm with it.
I mean, I've got a wizard hat kind of. but that's
The
dumb.
goblin
I
wins
do, in
initiative.
fact, have a
Awesome.
wizard hat. It
Let's
just has
get
Mickey
robbed.
Mouse.
He is freaked out that he has suddenly been stabbed by a kobold that he didn't see.
I mean, that's generally a freak out worthy thing.
Yep.
As he freaks out, he knocks over the bench, and his sleeping friend kind of like falls on the ground, and the food
yeah.
slops all over him.
Ruins all of his hard work.
He just barely kind of wakes up and stands, and he's very confused. But his friend goes running. You can take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, gladly.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He opens this door.
10.
You miss.
he scampers away. He's definitely bleeding from the wound you leave.
I think you slipped on some porridge or something.
Calgor, you can see a goblin. It seems your kobold has screwed his Rainbow Six stealth mission.
And I can't charge through difficult terrain, can I?
No, sadly.
But you could still move up to him and attack him.
No, I couldn't.
Oh, right, difficult terrain. Too much. You can double move and be next to him when he tries to run away.
Yes, which is my plan.
It's a good plan. Plan it.
I like this plan.
Captain Planet.
I'm in favor of this plan.
Oh, okay. That's how it is. I like it.
You can see.
Captain Planet.
You can make out
I'll dig
two other
into that.
goblins kind of beyond. I think that's within range of your dark vision. Yes. They seem to be fighting. They're in a tug of war with what appears to be a dead, like, coyote carcass or something. But as this goblin opens the door and screams something, they drop the coyote carcass and they're like, and they draw their little goblin swords. So now it is Calgor's turn.
No, see, Cassiodorus, you're missing. It's got to be Captain Plan It.
Yeah.
So now a
was
huge
a dash
hulking
there.
armored
Yeah.
hobgoblin is next to him, and he's just like, he's freaking out.
That's appropriate.
Coyote carcass.
Crap.
I can't 5-foot step over here, can I?
No.
Remember when it was a question whether or not she would get on the couch and not
Yeah.
just how much she'll drape over it?
Well, she's not draping over the couch so much as she's draping over bark.
And that she is
Yeah.
doing. Do I want to try to be heroic?
Yes.
I don't
What
know.
other purpose are we here for?
I want to be heroic. I'm going to drop my short swords as a free action. As a move action, I'm going to draw my short bow.
Okay, I was going to say, at first this does not sound heroic.
And then I'm
It
going
sounds like
to
the opposite.
attempt to attack the goblin at range with my short bow and drop him.
All right. Take a -4 penalty.
I do.
Is
a
the
tough
goblin
shot.
engaged?
Yes.
Okay.
He's also
Using
single.
guidance. Probably will miss. That's a 12?
Yes, it goes over his head.
Cool.
We really got to take care of this lighting issue.
So next up is Horatio.
Ah,
You can
Aha.
hear chaos.
I can. I will head towards the chaos until, like, feeling around the wall, still
4,
one hand
5,
on
6.
there.
So you can see Calgor.
Yeah.
He seems to be facing something in this direction.
Okay. Go, well, I guess I can see well enough to just move around him and yeah.
Hey, look, there's a goblin.
There we go. There's totally a dude there. Oh,
He is
I'll
injured.
be. I will do something with you now. Or was that only one move action?
That is sadly 2
That's
move
what
actions.
I thought. I was like, I thought that was more than one. So I'll deal with you later.
Brother Daniel.
You can just
Wait,
move me
one
forward.
more.
It's going to take 2 move actions for me to get there.
Look, there's your friends.
And look, I'm here.
Just,
What's going on?
Since I had the square, one more forward.
Are you gonna risk? He might try to attack you.
I will. That's fine.
All right. I'm gonna say he doesn't because he's terrified.
Oh, I was hoping he would. I could finally start making use of some of these cool swashbuckler things I've got.
And now we're back to the top with the goblins. Let's see. What do they do?
What is the range?
I like your Kobold Mini.
It's nice.
30-foot
Eventually,
radius.
we'll be
Okay.
on this side of the map, and you'll be able to see it.
30-foot radius.
You just need to get a straight up hovering
I know,
cam. Ooh, you need quadcopters to like little drones to just do a thing.
Yeah.
Get enough donations for those.
That'd be loud.
Theoretically, if I got
true.
a third camera, so we could have one designated as dice camera, I could just get like I could maybe get some kind of like boom arm over, but
I
I
would say
can see how to do that.
the
but
goblins
straight
kind
down
of
wouldn't look
spring
that you'd
into
want to
action.
Oh, yeah.
have a
This guy
isometric.
moves over here and opens these double doors.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And this guy goes running off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. And you see him kind of disappear around the corner.
Well, I tried, guys.
They're hooting and hollering. Ah, intruders! Ah! This guy is still kind of dazed from his food coma or whatever he was in. But he does see he notices Krath over here and he's like,
Who's this guy?
He'll move over and he'll pick up one of your swords.
Ooh, I like it. Like
It seems better than his sword.
That's disappointing for him.
This guy, he is injured. He is going to withdraw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that still not provoked from Jay, just with cover?
Yes.
No attacks of opportunity to recover.
So he goes running off.
I don't have the angle.
So it is Calgor, your turn.
Otherwise, I would totally
That's,
do
that's
it.
only total cover.
Well, but by the time he moves there, he's got cover from the corner, and I think that prevents him. So it is your turn, Calgor.
Well,
I'm going to leave it a little... He's the injured one.
Ah, gotcha.
That may be how many hit points he has.
stand down! In Goblin.
Scary goblin enters further into the mess hall. Krath, you are next.
I will drop my bow as a free action, and then I will full attack him with my natural attacks.
Ooh!
2 claws and a bite.
You are all about just the dropping shit.
Drop it like it's
Something.
kobold. So let's see. What is my... These can be weapon finessed because they're natural attacks.
So they can.
So 9, and 24.
That last one is a hit.
Cool. It's a D3 minus 1.
The first two were just feeling
1
away.
damage.
1 damage.
do it.
You bite the goblin, and he is displeased by this.
I'm probably displeased by those rotten mashed potatoes that are in my mouth now, too.
Yeah, like, I don't know that anybody won in that encounter.
No.
Horatio.
Alright, he moved away from me. This is a problem.
Block the door, block the door.
Block the door?
Yeah.
Just
They don't-
stand in the doorway?
They don't
Yeah.
swarm into the room.
As my commander says.
I mean, I'll come back there and do it instead when I'm done
I
with
will
Goblin,
just
but-
5-foot step over there and try my best to see through this just
Right.
Nice
pitch black
inky
darkness, and just be ready for whoever's there. Like, don't anybody come here, or I'll stab you real good. Like,
Brother Daniel.
I am liking
I
that
will
dark
move
vision.
into a position to support
I will ready in action
Horatio,
to stab somebody if they get in my range.
and I will guide him.
Sweet. Sounds good. We're back to the goblins.
Your guidance is basically just like, man, I wish I could see too, right?
Yeah.
Your guidance is just commiserating. Like, sucks, right?
This
Yeah.
goblin, he's feeling it. He's gonna engage. He is holding your sword, so he's
Sure
going to try and stab you with your own sword. He's got a chance. You know, he's feeling it. Eye of the tiger.
We can't afford
What is
that
your
one
AC?
19.
He misses you. You were
I'm glad.
you were a nimble little guy.
Oh, you have better AC than I do.
He will then
He's so small.
He will then
Nope.
hop up onto the table, provoking an attack of opportunity from you.
I will use my guidance.
If I could see him, I'd think it was like good on him to do what looks cool,
13.
but I can't see.
You miss. You hit the table instead. The other goblins that none of you can see, they
Drop it
go.
like it's bar.
Oh, I guess you can. Or no, you're
Yes.
here.
No.
No one else can see. You can just hear
Yeah.
hooting and hollering as the sound of an alarm is being sort of raised.
I feel like I'm on a Disneyland ride right now when I'm going through the tunnel and they're just trying to sell the atmosphere based on what I hear out here.
Roll a perception check.
Who?
Let's say Daniel and Horatio.
Oh, goody. Go ahead and roll one and then ignore it and just I'll bite my thumb.
You got 15.
Well, that means I got a 13, but yeah.
I got a 19.
That's
You
better.
guys can hear a strange kind of
Goblin dogs.
kind of sound. You know, a strange sort of nasally barking.
That sounds fun.
I heard that too.
I did.
Calgor.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yes, I am.
You're doing
Get
it.
that flank.
All right.
Screw this guy.
He will swing at you, and I think he hits you.
With?
An 18.
That is enough.
He swings Krath's sword with great gusto, and does 1 damage to you.
I like we had Aragorn saying shank in the back, and because of the number of syllables, I'm guessing Maelstrom then says, and you're to blame, shank in the back.
I will not power attack. I get a. I get a 12.
Wah, wah. This is a badass little goblin. Not only does he cut you, but he parries with his short sword, or your short sword, and he says, he seems
God damn it.
into it.
The devil's machine rolling the dice is so that theoretically we have a close-up dice camera, but my keyboard that switches camera angles ran out of battery, so we're stuck on this one. But it's so they always land in the same spot, and we can actually show you what the dice are.
Krath, it is your turn.
I
theory.
will full attack him with a flank, hopefully for sneak attack damage.
Roll better.
And yeah. Oh, he's not larger than me though.
No.
So
I'm gonna say take a -1 penalty to your attacks since he's up on the table and you're still
Ooh,
on the
yes.
ground.
okay, it gives me a +6.
I have the high ground, Anakin.
So 9, 1,
1.
and 20.
Your bite, I think, you bite him in the ankle.
You've got a pattern with this of like botch,
5 damage.
botch, nailed it.
That is you bite his feet and it's enough to stagger him. He's in bad shape.
Give me back my sword, you
Horatio.
bad thing.
Yeah, I guess nobody came in this way. I'm still kind of waiting, and I have my orders, so I'm going to delay on this turn.
All right. What about you, Brother Daniel?
I will also delay.
All right. Let's see, goblins. Do-do-do.
Oh no, we're not going to be doing, even with the funnel and backboard, like I've had, even trying to place dice in there, I've fucked it up and rolled it off, so I'm not doing any amount of trying to test my dexterity to shoot dice into there now.
But will you test your might?
Your might.
We can't afford that.
Yeah, maybe eventually I will test my might.
They just
but
need to sponsor us.
who?
Midway?
Yeah, oh yeah, Midway is doing in a great position to be doing sponsoring opportunities right now. That's what they're looking for, is ways that they can give out their money.
Yeah, man. Cross promotion.
Sorry, Midway.
You just hear more commotion coming from the darkness, and some more of that yapping.
Yeah, the growly.
Calgor.
Fuck this guy. That's better. How's a 15 do?
Ooh. I think you just miss.
Really?
Yeah. He's a tough little dude.
Kind on the flank, I assume.
Ouch. Yeah.
Krath? Or no, I'm sorry. This goblin would have gone because it was his
Yes,
turn.
he would have.
He would have. Say he tried to jump off the table, but it was a strenuous enough activity that he just falls unconscious from his wounds and is.
Wow.
He was at 0 HP.
Oh, gotcha.
And doesn't realize that.
Tripped
So-
over his non-existent shoelaces and just face plants on the floor.
Okay, then I will do a different thing.
So yeah, so you can do something else.
I'll
Calgor.
move back to the door. And
We need more enemies that just kill themselves. That's,
Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get there.
You like tap Horatio on the shoulder. You're like, bro. Crap.
I will pick up my short swords and sheath them. 2 actions, I assume.
Actually, it's the move action to pick up an object, so it's 2 moves to pick up both swords.
Well, I'll pick up both short swords.
You're
You
recovering.
can't
your
do a
swords.
quick sweep like get it. You need to work on your claw
Horatio?
machine skills.
actually, you might want range weapon for this.
I know. So as well as going to collect the
Gotcha,
short swords
gotcha.
and then pick up the bow.
Having been sitting here waiting with nothing to do, and that's not a very heroic thing to do for a while, and hearing you behind me, I'll kind of reconfirm, like, are you sure you don't want me to proceed? They don't seem to be coming.
I imagine they will be.
Then I will continue holding my ground and delaying.
Well, no, let me step up there.
I mean,
Alright.
you can perform like a switcheroo action if you
Yeah,
want.
I'll be
That's
like,
good.
Haha!
Turn.
You're, flourishy.
I do like a quick little turn and place you back in there, like,
Good man.
after you.
Cool. Brother Daniel, anything?
I will guide our fearless Calgor Ironbones
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Sweet. Goblins.
And then if time.
You again, just let's see. Well, now Calgor's here. You can see like a goblin kind of peek around the corner, and then kind of duck his head back around. However, Calgor, you see a goblin mounted on a goblin dog round the corner. Goblin dogs are hideous, big rodent-like creatures.
That's hilarious.
He's armed with a short bow, and he shouts in common. He says, "Retreat! Retreat to the position! I hope they don't follow us."
I'd like to roll it.
a sense motive. Roll a sense motive.
I've never
check.
been more displeased that I've got such poor wisdom.
20 sense motive.
I might
23
believe
sense
this.
motive.
Give me a roll, please.
15
Ganjoff,
sense
my
motive.
dog isn't dead, damn it.
That's why she keeps moving.
You
Yeah.
get a 10 on your die.
Yeah, that's an 8.
You can all tell that this is clearly a ruse.
Oh, thank God. I was like, I need to sell myself as a heroic character and get the audience on my side with this guy.
Then you
if
see
he's
him
believing this
he
goblin
kind of-
trickery,
he
that's
kind
not
of
going to work.
scampers back that way.
Interesting.
Even I didn't fall for that one.
Calgor.
What's in the next room?
Oh, this is just kind of there's the dog carcass or whatever that was they were fighting over in the middle of the room. There's a little like a shitty wooden makeshift door here, and the open pair of double doors. And then there's a sort of hallway going this way, and you note that this hallway looks clear of rubble. It looks easy to traverse.
How
See,
strange.
if we had just gone to the zesty area first, we'd all be able to move around. It's all about Picante
Still wouldn't
zone.
be able to see.
I
No,
will.
but
I
we'd
will
be
full
able to move.
defense.
Okay. Craft.
I will sheath a short sword, and then I will sheath another short sword,
Great.
which I'm realizing are less effective than my natural attacks that I have.
Just remember, you're still doing more on your turn than I'm doing on mine.
Well, speaking of which, Horatio,
After somebody else.
Danny boy.
I will also
my
full
orders.
defense as I'm now in the front, standing.
See goblins again. Like you can tell, like one of them's kind of shoved out.
Go, make him come over here.
The goblin says, "They might find our gold. Oh no!" And he runs back in this direction.
8.
I'm undelaying and
Okay.
being like, look, I don't believe him, but this is not the adventure I have in mind. Sitting here waiting.
I know
1,
you're
2,
playing me.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, do I see this door
Yeah,
at
you
this
can
point?
make out that door.
Sure. Is it open?
You'll just kind of have to kind of shove it aside.
Okay.
So
I'll
I think
have to do
two
that
move
next
actions.
turn then.
Yeah.
because I'll be up against the door ready to do that.
So you undelayed after the goblins.
Yeah. After the goblin shove. Which sounds like an old retired dance move.
One of the mounted goblins. Okay, no, a second mounted goblin kind of comes from around the corner, but he also is armed with a short bow, and he scampers up to here. He kind of has this kind of frustrated look on his face. Calgor. Alright. He seems displeased that you are getting closer. Craft?
I will pick up my short bow and take a single move towards the door.
Alright.
Almost ready.
Dan. Brother Daniel.
I think I'm going to move into the room where everyone else is.
Everyone else.
Most everyone
All the
else.
tall people.
And I can't
All
make it
people.
to Calgor.
You can.
You can't, at this point, at this position, after one move, you can't see Calgor, but you can see Horatio with his torch glowing by this door.
I think Calgor I guided last turn, so that's still going. Or not last turn, but the turn before last. And Horatio I haven't guided recently. Can I touch Horatio from this area? Or from,
No, you'll
Okay.
have to double move.
I know we're in the dark here, man, but like, we've consent.
yeah, I'll
first.
just move. I'll move.
Move up to Horatio? Okay.
Oh, actually, can I move in front of the door?
Hashtag
Right
pray
there.
for Emo.
Yep.
Are you saying Emo's dead too? Emo's clearly moving around.
I
Emo
don't-
is my cat, not that is Genie is the dog, and Genie's also not dead.
See, look. I'm waving at you. I'm alive.
Oh, dogs wag their tails for hours after they die.
This goblin, he says something in goblin, which I think a lot of you can understand.
Good.
I cannot.
I eventually declared, yeah, sure, I've got Goblin.
So only Daniel can't
I
understand this.
can't understand
He
Goblin.
says, I don't think they're falling for it!
We're not in Goblin.
What he says,
Stinky, hang back! The rest of you to me!
then you hear some muffled commotion, and the other mounted goblin joins his companion. I don't have another goblin dog, so we'll just say
Right.
that this is the other mounted goblin. He will move.
Why not use the
Here.
other kind of like larger figures since they look more
Yeah,
both the same kind of thing.
So this is not another construct. but
Right.
It's,
But at least now they have the same kind of backing.
they're pretty fast. He will move here.
Rat dogs, yeah.
Then, they're gonna take a pot shot. One at Horatio and one at Daniel. Now, the sad news is, because you can't see them, you're flat-footed against these attacks. So, what is your flat-footed AC?
Only 12 over here.
Uh-oh.
Does that include shield or no?
Yes.
It's everything except Dex.
Oh, it's everything except X. Well, then 17.
Or dodge if you have dodge.
I don't have dodge.
After the goblin shove sounds like a chapter in a tale of overcoming? Overcoming what?
Goblins, presumably.
Yeah, well, it's after the overcoming happens.
Horatio, a arrow from the darkness misses you by mere inches,
Ha!
hitting the wall next to your face. Clink. However, a small goblin arrow hits you in the back, Brother
Ow.
Daniel. And you
This
take
is that sense of adventure I've
you
been
take
told about.
3 damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Yes. So we're to Horatio.
All right. With the arrow coming, it was from that direction over by those sounds of dogs.
Yes, it kind of went like clink. So yeah, you can definitely hear panting and weird.
I can, but I don't like I'm more of an up close and personal kind of guy. I don't like more of these arrows coming, so I think I am going to shove this door open and proceed down this tunnel to.
Now, as you open this, you see that the tunnel is cramped. If you enter here, you will be at something of a disadvantage. It is clearly sized for goblins and not humans.
I see. Its representation misled me.
Yes, it's like a low ceiling. You'll have to crouch.
Ah, seeing that, was it apparent? Like, was the door really small too, or
It's like
is it only
like it
apparent
looks
after
like
I've
it was
opened
a table that they just kind of nailed a
Okay.
rusty hinge to.
So not really apparent until uncovered.
Yes.
All right. Well, then seeing that, I'll let the table just fall back on its hinge again and take my other move action to try and close the distance to those guys.
Hey, look, you can see one.
I
You
can.
see a mounted
I'll move over there.
goblin with a bow.
Sword leading the way, and finally see, like, yes, good. There are combatants in this direction.
So that brings us to Caldor.
Fuck this dog. I mean, not literally. That's not my latest command, is it?
21.
You hit.
Oh, 9 damage to the goblin dog.
You stagger it. It is badly injured.
Yeah.
The goblin
Wait,
atop
can I
it.
add 1 to that with the guidance
Oh,
to
30
damage?
foot.
No,
Okay,
that's just
D20
attack rolls.
Gotcha.
Which brings us to Krath.
Do I
If
see
you have
the
a weapon
mounted
that does
goblins
D20
from where I
damage,
am?
Yes, you can see them.
Okay. Then I assume that they can see me as well.
Mhm.
So I'd like to move up to. I want to go. Nope. I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Kind of take cover at the
and
edge of the
hide as
door.
I do so.
Roll a stealth check with a -10 penalty.
9.
And you're trying to hide from one of the targets in particular?
Yeah. I'm hoping to snipe at them on the next round.
I see. What thing is supposed to go in the quote book, Beanie? I'm sure one of any number of things. If I had to guess, it has to do with fucking the dog, but
I hope that's not my new order.
yeah.
Krath, you don't think that they notice you?
Groovy.
Horatio.
All right, finally.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You moved your initiative.
I sure did. Finally, we're
I'm
Finally,
sorry, it
I can
is-
get attacked by
it's-
these goblin
it's,
dogs and goblins.
It's Brother Daniel.
let them try.
Daniel, you can actually see one of them thanks to the light of Horatio. You can see that mounted.
Surrendering whatever, but the light
Yeah.
of Daniel's, or the light of Horatio.
By
is
the
great.
light of Horatio.
Okay, where would a 30-foot radius centered on me be?
Are you looking to
There.
get bad guys or good guys?
Good guys. and
It
try to exclude bad guys.
get
I can
everybody.
exclude 3 targets.
It would get everybody.
Problem is,
It would get me.
It wouldn't get
Yeah, Steve's
Kraft.
behind a
He is
door.
behind a wall.
Gotcha.
And probably to your knowledge, aside from you, I'm the only one who's been injured, if that's what you're thinking about.
Well, I got injured. I know Horatio was injured slightly.
No, I wasn't.
Nope.
Or not Horatio. Kelgor was injured slightly.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
I missed that.
And yeah, slightly. But I know you were injured as well, and I would want to include you. So I'm going to ready an action to when you are in range to do that to
Channel energy.
to channel positive energy for my ally or for living beings, excluding enemy targets.
Gotcha. Genie hair on
This
the
spell involves a
iPad.
lot of paperwork at the
Oh,
end.
God,
Like,
it does.
There's a lot of legalese on which people can be involved.
Well, I have a feat called Selective Channel, which allows me to exclude targets up to my Charisma modifier,
Gotcha.
which just makes everything that harder, that much.
But hey, he is including you this time as opposed to before with like the room where all the people are.
Yeah.
So you're included now.
I feel welcome.
Yep, you should.
Daniel, a goblin appears at the entrance of this tunnel.
A goblin? Here?
And he will. Are you armed?
Yes.
He is going to bravely try to disarm you, provoking an attack of opportunity from you.
Okay. Well, if someone would roll a d20,
Man, these goblins have been way more brave than we have for most of this.
Some of them.
You nat 1.
All
Aw.
right, he's going to attempt to disarm you. What is your combat maneuver defense?
12.
He tries to grab your
Scimitar?
but fails.
grabs with both hands and tries to yank it.
He grabs it, he's like, ow, that's the sharp part.
Yeah. Handle first, handle first.
Let's see.
It's not a direct quote of how it went down.
And the swarm of goblins
Oh my.
careens forth. One of them is going to try and get around and provoke an attack of opportunity from Calgor.
Nat 20.
Oh dear. Roll to confirm that
the
critical hit.
Terminator.
It does not.
hit?
Oh, well, you'll probably still paste him. Roll
Is
your...
one of them this?
No.
12 damage.
You, as he tries to sneak around, you stab him with the spear end of your halberd and he collapses.
Stick him with the pointy end.
Well, we don't have a wah-wah sound, but I can, next time I'll make sure to have the slide whistle nearby. That'll have to function.
Or just next time you get up.
Yeah, but I'm Mike and...
You don't have combat reflexes, do you?
Saying if you do get up.
Yeah.
One of them is going to try to grapple you.
Okay.
What is your combat maneuver defense?
I see this
17.
going very well for the goblin.
Wow! He grabs you and
No
and
shit!
sticks to your legs and grapples you.
Who is the real adventurer?
I nominate the goblin for a root beer.
Yeah.
So
what
he
is
like
goblin
he just like
root?
latches
Goblin-
onto your
That
legs,
stuff you have downstairs.
in this irritating grapple, and then his friend will try to. It's like he's getting you ready for a cheap shot as he tries to
Someone's
stab you.
like grabbing your arms and pulling them behind your back while the other
So
one like
what's your
stabs
combat
you in the
maneuver
face.
defense minus
Kick it in the
2?
nuts, more
Set,
likely.
15.
He tries to kick you in the dick, but fails.
See?
Your armored codpiece.
Standard issue
Wait,
for all Hell
that is
Knights.
a very different kind of ding.
More of a clank.
Yeah.
The mounted goblins. This guy's going to attempt a partial withdraw with his mount. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank God for the codpiece indeed. Yeah.
And since I think he was there,
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
able to kind of withdraw from the chaos of battle. The other
between
one.
legs.
Wait, where was he?
He was there. And
Yeah.
he went over here. He's kind of out of sight now.
He was here?
No, he was there.
Hey,
And
welcome,
you'd already used your attack of opportunity. So,
Yes.
okay.
welcome to the stream, music crew.
Howdy.
The other mounted goblin.
I am actually literally playing the least wise character here, but thanks for calling me a wise one.
As a misnomer.
Well, I'm not playing a gnome.
He will take a shot at.
Yeah, who does that?
He will take a shot at Horatio.
Is this another like arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening to you too, Zipper.
But again, miraculously, are you wearing any armor?
I am. Some just leather armor.
The arrow just impacts your leather armor and fails to harm you.
Yeah, I'm so glad I purchased this.
He says a goblin curse word.
What was it?
Yeah, we speak Goblin. What is it?
Come on, D. I know you improvise things well.
He calls you a filthy reader. You
don't read.
goddamn literate.
Yeah.
And then he will move his mount.
That did way more damage to me
Down
than the
that
arrow
way.
did.
Which brings us to Horatio.
Get this damn thing off of me!
Yeah. No,
Yes.
I
You can
think-
see the goblin attached to
So it's, this one's
Calgor.
grappling him. This one was just trying to kick him while
Yes.
he was grappled. Okay.
punch him in the dick while his
Right.
friend held him down.
Directly in the
Right in the
dick
dick.
hole. All right.
Oh, you can also see next to Brother Daniel, you can see by his light there's another goblin menacing him.
Yeah, but I've got. This is more of a clusterfuck over here that's going on. I'm actually going to indeed try and get in here and take some spotlight. I'm actually going to move to this position as
Nice.
opposed to over there.
So you can see both goblins.
Yes, and I will try and attack this one to see if I can just dislodge him the old-fashioned way. Not with an That's yeah.
I'm not going to use this dice anymore.
You're working on a new album. Am I doing a music stream soon? If by soon you mean tomorrow, then yes, I will be streaming music tomorrow.
You try to stab the
I-
grappling goblin, but instead your sword just glances off the armored
Yeah,
leg
I
of
can't find that
Calgor.
moment with the tussle going on.
With the pushing and the shoving.
Hey, hey.
Kung Fu fighting.
Calgor.
I'm going to attempt to break this grapple with a 14.
Asmodeus helps those who help themselves.
Yes, you managed to shove the goblin off of you.
See?
It's a standard action? Boo. Then, yeah, that's what I did.
Move action, you could do a jig and provoke an attack
Craft.
opportunity. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe we've got line of effect down to him.
Yes.
Corners. I would like to shoot the goblin dog with my bow. I believe the dog would be flat-footed to me because he didn't know where I
Before
was.
you do
Oh, the
that,
dog is very flat-footed to you.
wouldn't my ready to action trigger?
We'll do his first, and then we'll
Okay.
do you. Let's see, goblin dog.
Yeah, Gonjoff, I think you're looking for chatterbait, not Twitch.
I'm gonna say
Ooh.
that, he's relying more on his nose than he is on his sight, and so you have the chance to.
Cool.
Well, is he within range of sneak attack though? One,
good
2, 3,
point.
4, 5, 6. I think he is just out of range.
Good point, but he hopefully would still be flat-footed to me at least.
That's true.
Yeah. Ow. 23. Will that hit his flat-footed?
Yes. Although. Yes, it does.
For 3 damage.
Ouch.
A little just snipped.
Is this the injured goblin dog?
No.
That one withdrew.
Aw.
You do hit it with an arrow.
That's good news.
Good job, Craft. So then, Daniel, your readied action would trigger,
Right?
and you can exclude 3 enemies.
Yes.
I think there are exactly 3 enemies. So
Perfect.
Go ahead and
So
roll
someone
your-
roll me a d6.
I'm not grilling you a cheat. See, it's not that it's. You laughed at me, but it's
I did
really
laugh at
easy.
you. 4.
So everyone heals 4.
I'm back up
Which
to
is
4.
how much damage I took.
I'll feel that energy washing over me and appreciate its existence.
I
Everyone's
appreciate
at
it
full,
greatly.
yes.
I am no longer at the almost bloodied level.
Can I use your pencil?
Oh, whoops,
stealing your
sorry
pencil.
about that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Apologize to them. They're the ones who heard the smack.
Good job. Brother Daniel, which brings us back to the top with the Giblins. Let's see.
This is like the best the dog ever gets. She's got the opportunity to lay across a human and be pet constantly. She's not dead.
Brother Daniel, this goblin is attempting to overrun you. Do you let him pass?
No.
I love Seth's goblin's tactics.
yes.
Then you can take an attack of opportunity as he tries to barrel into you.
They are
Stab.
brave heroes.
Or wait,
I'm
just
telling
roll
you.
me a d20 so everyone can see it.
Well, in theory.
In
Next time.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, you get a 10.
All right,
so that's an
next time when I've
11.
you
got the
failed to
dice
hit
roll
him,
working
but what
again.
is your combat maneuver defense?
12.
He just bonks off of you. Let's see. This goblin will attempt to sweep Calgor's legs, and you may take an attack of opportunity as he tries to
Sweep
trip
the
you.
leg, Johnny.
Oh, I miss with a 10.
Wah, wah. What's your CMD?
17.
He fails.
Thankfully, he's not always Lux.
The other one will try to disarm Horatio. You can take an attack of opportunity against him as he attempts this.
Does this count as a melee attack?
Yes.
Then I would like to, for the first time today, use my use one of my swashbuckler abilities. I'm going to use some panache to do an opportune parry. So basically, I need to. I'm declaring it now. I roll an attack. If it is higher than his attack, then I will parry him. -2 if he's bigger. He's not, and I can make him miss.
You still
Cool.
get your attack of opportunity, though.
That's true. But
So,
well,
I
let's
can
do the
this-
parry. Let's do
well,
the
I might
parry
get that
first.
anyway.
Let's do
There's
the
kind
parry
of-
first.
Since I would have, yeah. Anyway, first I will attempt to parry his hands away as he tries to disarm me. Yeah, with a 20.
Yes, he tries to disarm you, but instead you deflect with your rapier. Cling!
Now,
Negating the attack
second half of
entirely.
it, so that uses 1 point of panache. It's all right. The second half of this is actually opportune parry / riposte. So, if I still have a point of panache, which I do, I can immediately attack him in response. So,
Sweet.
I get this on top of my
Yes.
opportunity. All right, then I will attack
job.
him twice.
You engage in some daring do and swashbuckle.
Daring do is actually a different.
sorry.
Daring do allows me to add 1d6 to acrobatics, climb, escape,
Well,
fly.
then
Yeah.
This is decidedly not daring
No,
do.
this
but
is
it-
Explicitly not
I
daring.
But it-
legally can't call this daring do.
But you should still do it.
Yes. Okay, so here are my 2 attacks. They'll both be the same, so it doesn't matter which one's which.
Sweet.
All right, one of them is a 15, one of them is a 16.
The 16 is a success.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead and get a d6 in there. That'll be a 4 damage.
All right. You engage him in some sword play and leave a red streak on his face.
Haha!
But he is still standing.
First blood
But he's
that I
certainly-
drew.
He is certainly bleeding.
First one, part 2.
Yeah.
I believe that was all our goblins. So now our goblin friends.
Mark off a point of panache.
2 points total.
Pram
Nope.
bash.
The second part of that was only if I have to have 1 point. I don't have to use
Spend it.
That's cool.
Yeah, as long as I have a point left, I can do
Is this
this.
that goblin?
You can see the other mounted guy up here, and his goblin dog is fully healed.
Again, that thing is not updating. I can see we've got way more people in here than 9.
Yeah.
But people aren't chatting. Speak up. Speak your mind.
Let's see.
Concerns about the around the corner.
That's a whole other situation.
That's just
That'll come up later.
Horatio, you can see one of another mounted goblin kind of approaching at the edge of the hallway.
Yeah.
But he's going to fire at Brother Daniel.
Is this the one that I shot at?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. He's coming back.
I get confused with my games. I don't get. Well, I don't have combat reflexes anyway. But there's no attack of opportunity for firing range in melee range. No.
Do you have combat reflexes?
I don't anyway. But
He is good with his bow, and he hits you, Brother Daniel, through a weak spot in your armor, and you take 6 damage.
Ow! That hurt.
I think you do.
we have some echo going on. Has it been going on the entire time, or did it just now happen? I don't know why explicitly that would be. All of them should be pretty safe. I mean, we're all wearing individual microphones, but they're all
Calgor, you can definitely tell that this guy has.
echoing really badly. And he said that wasn't happening before.
That might be the thing with me and the mic.
If it only just started just
Could
now,
be.
it might not be.
Well, it said about 3 minutes ago.
Just now when you were checking the viewers or something. Weird.
Well, let's do a quick test. Try unplugging your mic, and then we'll see if it stops. And if it does, if you can still hear him well enough through mine, we can just leave it that way for now. So let us know, did the echoing stop, and can you hear him?
Yeah, no, it's not open on your computer. Weird.
Let me check on that real quick to make sure it didn't auto start somewhere,
You got your 6
but it
damage.
shouldn't.
Yeah, I
I'll
did.
be right
I took
back.
it.
I'd say that you note that this guy has an eye for human anatomy, you might say.
We found the goblins. What has class levels?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Well, another one at least.
Horatio will be up next. As soon as we.
while I'm taking care of this stuff.
Actually, if you want to take care of that, I'll just mark where this is. I could use a bio break.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
As could I.
We got way more than 9 people in here.
Oh my!
Good. I will also take a bio break. Excuse us.
Combat will conclude.
Yes.
When next we reconvene.
There might be some actual daring do.
This is a great opportunity, Genie, if you want to get up off of my lap.
That isn't going to happen. You know that isn't going to happen.
You could get up, and I could shift my body a little bit and not get bed sores.
Oh.
Well, we're also not talking.
We could talk a little bit to see
Yeah,
if
we are.
there's an echo.
I'm still talking. I can be here, doing things, talking about stuff.
Okay, so you said the echo is gone now, but we also have some mics placed down. Okay, I think I actually know what it is. These 2 mics that were placed down are going in on a separate channel than your 3 over there. So if these were just far enough over here, it seems like they might be slightly out of sync, or getting more and more out of sync, something like that. Let's see.
Yes, it's true. In the middle of combat, some of the players had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it happens.
It does happen.
Okay, well, if you... Well, let me try sitting over here to see if...
Hey, this is a super uncomfortable spot.
Verify now that I'm like back close to your mics again. Is the echo still gone? Because if so, then awesome. We can just move on and not have to worry about it. It'll just be some weird fluke that came in. If not, then I need to keep working on it. I don't know exactly what I'll do, but we've got some time. So yes, let us know if the echo is still continuing. So I guess I should I can plug in this keyboard.
No more echo.
The echo is gone. Awesome. Yeah, some weird glitch then. I don't know what it was because I didn't especially change anything. I refreshed one page, but that page shouldn't have been making audio anyway. I don't know.
That was a mighty hit.
People made coffee, and made bagels, so we would have the fuel to film Deathbed. The bed that eats people.
Totally eats people.
Apparently the echo is gone.
That's
Looks
good.
Yeah.
I'm on a quest.
Oh, while you're on the
what?
quest, do you want to refill my quest?
Water?
Yes.
During this little break, how's everybody doing in chat, guys? How are your days going? What are you up to on this fine weekend? Any cool plans? Or any D&D games of your own that you want to regale us of what's going on in your games? What are your adventures like? And how much better are you doing than our characters?
Yes.
Glad to hear it, Zipper. Okay. Actually, since we have this break, since we can't get the dice camera anyway, I can move the camera so we can see it, hopefully see the battle a little bit better.
Thank you, sir.
And the most space efficient of chips. Pringles.
They're quite space
The
efficient.
word chips is sort of overly generous. They're more...
Potato flake product.
That actually was legally a thing they ran into with other companies that were trying to insist that they couldn't call themselves potato chips because of the way they were made, yeah. What you're describing actually did happen.
They are labeled just as Pringles, cheddar cheese.
Yeah, I don't remember that. It might have been that they can't call themselves chips.
Or crisps, perhaps?
Well, theoretically,
Whoa.
Does our audience seem to be having a good time?
yeah, that's gonna be too much in the way. Fuck it. I'm gonna just put it back to where it was.
At least a good enough time they haven't abandoned us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unlike Sean, who has abandoned us.
Yeah. I know. I'm actually really surprised that I figured that while we went on break, everybody was going to just bail out of the room. But thanks for sticking around through our technical problems and everything.
So the echo is gone?
Yes.
Apparently, yeah, it was just some weird fluke that may have been corrected when I refreshed a certain page. I don't know. But
Well,
hey guys, where does one learn to play this game? That is a great question, Asaya. Best way would be to pick up a player's guide of whatever game you want to play. And there's kind of the bog standard Dungeons and Dragons, which has all sorts of editions. I mean, the problem is this could be a very short answer or a very long answer.
I'll interject. I would say the best way is to go to your friendly local gaming store. Find out what time people hang out and play games. There are often going to be people there that are just opening games, and you can just come on by and then say, hey, I want to play Dungeons & Dragons, and never have before.
You could slap a link to like the SRD or something too.
That's true. I could go do that. There are indeed also the SRD, the system reference document, allows you to kind of look into everything that is open information. There's certain legal specifics that they don't have, like the gods of the game aren't in there, things like that, but the system stuff is in there. Honestly, I would pick up a player's guide of either Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Is very designed to be very newbie friendly. So that would probably be my recommendation.
I'd recommend 5th for a new person as well.
Yeah, if you could actually, we can show them what you're looking for. It's right behind you. The book will be looking. You want to look for
Here we go.
a book that looks like this. I know that it's in a small window right now because I can't change it, but that is the, yeah, there we go. That's going to be a great start for you to figure out how you want to learn this game. And then if you like what you see in there, then there's also the Dungeon Master's Guide.
This is the sexy New Testament. We're playing Old Testament.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Mid-Testament.
At this point, we're pretty much Old Testament.
Another way to learn the game is if we keep doing this, keep following and watching.
Yeah, if you have any questions about stuff, like, please feel free to ask. We'll explain, like, if you're like, hey, why did that happen? Or what do those numbers mean? Please ask, and we'll absolutely stop to explain.
Did you go down?
No.
No, but there was
all over.
yeah, some stuff was shifted.
You guys are doing good, I think.
Okay.
You took a 6 damage though. That
I did take 6
Now it
damage.
is your turn.
Yes, I was going to say,
I can be
believe
okay.
it's my turn.
Horatio, you haven't been injured by these goblins yet. Good? Then good, because I was accidentally miscalculating something. So
I have not been.
you were
injured.
even more unharmed than you previously.
Yeah.
Which is
Even
to
if
say,
which was 0 before, now I'm like -0.
as a matter of fact, give yourself an extra 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Before we take
Permanent hit points.
Okay, so we're back into the mix.
Yes,
Hopefully a non-echoey mix at that.
Yes, our heroes are embattled with a swarm of shitty little ankle-biting goblins.
Just bump right back at you, say. As I said, feel free to ask any questions you want. We will happily explain anything. I don't want anybody to be confused in here. I want everybody to having a good time. So.
They may be ankle biters, but they're bigger than I am. Little.
So yes,
lizards
Horatio,
that I am.
our brave swashbuckler, has just shown that he
On
is better
paper, anyway.
than just stage combat. He can actually hold his own a little bit.
Yeah,
and,
for the very first.
it is his
I had to
turn.
like suppress the reflex to go, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. So used to trying to not hit people on stage. So, you may have said, but I missed it. Was one of these more injured than the other?
He's, I think, the only one that's been hurt so far. You hit him for
But
4
I do
damage.
also have this dog coming in. I think you're very hardy. I think you can hold these guys off. I'm going to 5-foot step over here.
Difficult terrain.
You're right, difficult
However,
terrain.
you have cover from the corner, so
So
you
I
can
don't-
move there and you'll be
Okay.
fine.
Then, sure. I'll just step over here.
You won't provoke from the goblins?
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
probably want to stay where you are.
The goblins will take a swipe at you, but are you daring and brave enough to...
I think I've been uninjured so far. I'm getting risky. That's fine.
I like it. Get swifty.
Thank you for the follow,
Ooh.
Saya. I appreciate it, man.
Get swifty. What is your AC?
My AC is 15.
You miscalculate, sir.
Finally that's okay though. This is the moment where I become a true adventurer.
The
When I
novice
finally,
adventurer makes a mistake.
well, when I've been finally injured.
Ah, yes, indeed.
I'm not a real adventurer.
The
until I-
goblins do take swipes and cut your ankles, and you
Okay.
take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I think I'll be willing to live with that.
2 damage!
Horatio
It
goes
was
down.
so young!
Yeah, Horatio's down. I need some healing.
He was just a boy.
It was just a boy! Is it my turn?
No, Horatio
I haven't
is
done-
still
I haven't-
in,
all I've done
right,
is-
you just moved.
All I've done is provoke attacks, but
sorry.
I'd like to actually get the
Right.
benefit of it.
Yes, that thing. That
So
you
now
do.
I'll try and hold this dog off with some flashy
That's not a
maneuvers.
color you want to put inside your body.
It's not a
It's
natural
also,
color.
it's also not a color you want coming outside of your body.
Radioactive
I would
orange.
say that is actually more true than the thing that sets it. Excuse me. That was all part of the plan.
Right.
Nerf orange flavored. Anyway,
So yeah, now I will finally, with some fancy flicks of the wrist and trying to mask any amount of pain from the ankles, swipe at this dog. Piercing him with an 18.
That's what we're talking about.
uh-oh, the rider of the goblin dog is able to jerk it out of the way and dodge the attack. He is trained in mounted combat.
Well, then he dodges what would have been kind of a decent blow. Yeah, he avoids what was right on target.
He says, nobody touches Itchy.
He was 1 day from retirement. Hey, we did have the bets that I would be the first one to die, so yeah.
It is your turn,
I
Calgar.
will attack the injured goblin.
Okay.
I will not power attack. And I believe I miss.
Womp womp. You take a nice, powerful swing, but who knows? Perhaps they'll provoke more attacks of opportunity. They are not
Yeah,
the best strategists.
I clearly learned from the goblins. Oh, it's all about provoking attacks of
Which
opportunity.
brings us to craft.
That's how real combat goes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take a claw swipe at this guy from around the corner, at the dog specifically.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's
It's a
going to
blade
get
person.
cover. Yeah. 17 to hit the goblin dog.
You succeed.
Awesome.
It looks like his rider can't make him dodge multiple times in a round.
He's all out of dodge juice.
That'll take 1 damage to the goblin dog.
All right, the goblin dog's taken a few hits, but it's got an arrow and a scratch.
I'll say in goblin, I'll scratch your itchy.
Oh dear. Ooh.
Oh.
Roll me a fortitude save, sir.
Leave the wordplay to me.
Oh,
You're stepping on my toes. here.
Goblin dogs are afflicted with a hideous mange. Most non-goblins risk an allergic reaction.
10.
Most non-goblins.
I was raised by goblins.
You know what? Because you're raised by goblins, I will give you a bonus, and you are not. You don't burst out in a rash.
A scale rash.
It like starts forming and then remembers like, oh wait, no, I'm inoculated, and like retreats again.
All right, that was it for Krath.
He's got his
brother
rash
Daniel.
scars. From
Yeah. Oh, those rashes.
Smite him, the goblin, brother Daniel.
Yeah.
I already had goblin pox when I was younger. It's fine.
Roll me a d20. This goblin in front of me is gonna get hit.
Fuck
Scimitar.
He
19.
sure is.
Did you roll a 19?
Yes, I did.
That's a crit threat.
What's your bonus?
1.
Oh, 13 does not confirm, I imagine.
But you still hit that goblin.
Yeah.
Hit the goblin. Throw me a d6.
You do 3 plus whatever you do.
4 damage.
All right. You give him a nice little cut. He's bloodied by that, but he's still standing.
Suck it, goblin.
It occurs to me, since we did just have a confirmed, like somebody who does not know the system, we could do a quick go over again, like how that works. So,
Yes.
quick rundown of that.
When you roll a 20, or with certain weapons, a 19 and a 20, you threaten a crit. Then you have to roll again, and if you hit again, you do either ×2 or ×3 damage.
I actually meant even more baseline than that. Of just
Oh.
first, you roll a die to determine whether or not you have hit somebody. If you have, you then roll some damage. And yes, certain scenarios you will roll even more damage when you have incurred a critical hit.
And if you roll a 1, no matter what the result is, you automatically miss.
It sucks.
It does suck.
Unless the enemies do it.
Good job, brother Daniel. It is now the merry fun that is goblins. This goblin is again going to attempt to overrun you. Do
No.
you let him pass?
No.
Then roll your attack of opportunity.
You miss.
All right. Now he's gonna rear up,
Brought to you by Diet Coke.
and he again fails to overrun you.
Yes.
He's a trying though. He's
Yep.
got gumption.
It's got gumption.
Goblins put the G in gumption.
Does he have music? Does he have rhythm?
Who could ask for anything more? Well, except maybe his gal. You could ask for that.
Yep.
These goblins will move into a flank. They surround Kalgor at a sort of
Since we're still like not on great terms yet, I'm just like, hopefully we're not both flanked by that.
Let's see. One will again attempt to trip you, provoking the attack of opportunity. I'm gonna say it's the one that's not
Well-
injured yet.
Fuck. I roll an 8.
Wah, wah. And what is
This
your
dice tower is not
what is
agreeing
your
with me.
what is your combat move or
No.
defense?
17.
Right, he again like kind of pulls at your leg, trying to trip you, but he fails to do so. The other guy will. I think he'll just try a regular old attack.
Ah, one of those.
But again, your armor proves sufficient to protect you from the goblin menace. Which brings us to the mounted goblins.
Guys, I think it's been like 5 rounds since anybody's hurt anybody. This is a problem.
I know, sometimes low-level combat is very
I
dependent
did
on
1 damage to the goblin dog.
the swing.
As I
of
said.
things.
And Brother Daniel just
I
get a
I
goblin
get the
more
goblin
damage.
from- yeah.
Maybe you haven't done any flourishes recently.
It's true. I'm just pissed because he reared the dog back.
God damn it.
It's like, that was totally a
He
hit.
will have his dog withdraw, but he can still attack. It's the advantage of riding around with mounted combat. I believe this time you're hit. He gets a 19
Does
ratio.
that have the -4 for firing into melee?
Ah, that's true.
True story.
A 15 would hit as well, though, so
Oh.
regardless.
So yes, a
Drat.
15 then.
Yeah, 15 would just hit.
I tried.
Ah, you did.
You
I
take
You're like my union rep.
another arrow grazes you for 2 damage.
Okay, that's fine.
The other goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh my.
10. Horatio, you can, I think also, Krath, if you haven't taken an attack of opportunity
I have
yet,
not.
you can both take a swing as this guy kind of rides through the
Yeah,
fray.
I certainly have not taken one this round. So I try and cut his.
I'm
feet
going
out
on
from under
the
him.
goblin dog.
The dog? Okay.
Ooh, no, that's
It's
it's too weird.
15.
It's all the darkness in here that I'm blaming.
You hit the dog.
And I'll do just the 1 damage.
Right? You scratch it as it rides by.
You'll chip away eventually.
And he will fire at Brother Daniel.
Brother Daniel, no!
He was the greatest of all of us. He was the one with the wand and the healings of all kinds.
Oh no! He critical hits you.
Oh, this could be bad.
Please, no.
This could be bad.
Does anybody know how to use wands?
No.
You
No.
poke him in the eye with them, right?
Don't go down, man.
We'll see.
That is a death sentence.
We'll see.
Oh dear.
How do you know the defense of each goblin? Is that something that's predefined? Yes. So he, our DM over there, the guy who's running it, Seth, will, if it was something he created, he would have determined that through, you know, the goblin statistics and gear that it would have, or in this case, reading straight from a module, like there's a stat block that just has that all ready for you. It is known beforehand. So theoretically, we as players don't know, though obviously you kind of get a feel for it after a while, like, okay, well, this number didn't hit, this one did, so...
This is bad news. How much HP do you have left, Brother Daniel?
7.
Quintanza, thank you for the follow.
He hits you. He gets you in the neck, and you take 13 damage.
Ouch.
I think you go
still
down.
I do. No, I go down.
So, not my bag, this whole, like, verifying whether or not somebody is dead. I am basically Ganjoff when it comes to dogs. Just insisting, like, well, he is gone for this world.
Ah, that's subpar.
This is bad. Bad
A
news.
Coddle Potter, thank you for the follow as well. Man, follows starting to come in here. I appreciate it, guys.
Healer down. That's never good.
No.
Nope, never good.
He cackles maniacally.
No.
Uh,
Now is the proper time for the Brother Daniel, he was the best of us.
He was the best of us! He was so young!
That's probably literally true. He is almost certainly the best of us.
Actually, we have the same alignment.
Horatio, it's time to man up.
He was the past tense.
Essia, he is in negative hit points. He is dying.
Yes.
You do not die until you hit negative your Constitution score, but every round he will have to make a Constitution check to see whether he stabilizes or whether he takes 1 extra point of damage.
Yeah, the reason why we're so freaking out over it is because he's our best guy for getting people back up on their feet. So, like, if it happened to one of us, like, whatever, he would have come over and been like, I've got your back. None of us are really great at that, so we're kind of like, he's not dead yet, but it's bad times. You're going to try and make a Mass Effect campaign. Do you think it can work? Probably not in this system, but there's all sorts of systems that could do that really well, yeah.
I'd recommend maybe the whatever vampire, the storytelling system could probably work for Mass Effect.
Yeah.
World of
Or
Darkness.
Fudge.
Was it?
I
Yeah,
mean,
Fate.
Star
like-
Wars, the new Star Wars system.
Yeah,
could
you
work
could just
into
adapt it
Vampire.
to-
Yeah.
You might be able to adapt Shadowrun, but it would be some pretty heavily
Oh, that's
adapting.
a lot of work to adapt.
Yeah, you'd have to
Shadowrun.
take out
I don't know
all
about
the
that. I
systems.
feel like
Uh,
you could adapt. Well, anyways.
Cipher system.
Mass Effect is like my
You
jam.
s- yeah.
I am all about Mass Effect.
You said it was my
Is
turn?
there not a Mass Effect thing?
I don't
Have
think
they
so.
not released one?
No.
I think so.
It seems like they would.
They-
have.
Probably fans have made one, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Mass the Affecting as a World of Darkness hack.
No wonder you
Nice.
thought World of Darkness were. So,
So it is Horatio's turn.
Yeah.
You saw Brother Daniel take a nasty arrow.
I don't know. Well, he
Uh,
has light on his shield,
yes.
right? Okay, so that's I saw it. Look, I know my strengths. I know that maybe if I were good at this, it would be worth running all the way across the room, provoking attacks to do that. But
You got you and me.
I'm not the one to solve this problem for you. I solved the problem by making sure nobody else can beat up on you, and so I'm going to try and hack away at this goblin that I've got right here.
So be it.
Actually, maybe what I'll do, I'll slowly make my way, just in case. I'm gonna like kind of fence my way across the room. So 5-foot step.
Difficult terrain.
You're goddamn difficult terrain. I'll just attack
There
him.
you go.
Trying to be all.
Oh fuck!
That's all right. Trying to do some interesting sword play across the room.
This goddamn difficult terrain.
And
Does
darkness.
difficult terrain interrupt acrobatics?
No. But it might increase the DC.
Okay.
DC, for those of you who are following,
Is
I mean
difficulty
difficulty class. What,
It
how
is the
how high
number
do you have to
need
roll?
hit.
Yeah. So when I roll this die, anyway, I'll just attack this guy here, trying
Yeah.
to get him out of the way. There we go.
There we go.
That's a 21.
Success.
I thought it might be. No rearing back on his own invisible goblin.
I think that one has taken damage already.
It has.
Good.
There
Well,
you
have
go.
it take 4 more.
All right, you run in through. The goblin collapses.
Take it back out like,
Snicker snack.
so, who has a blade like?
You can take a move if you want. You can
Yeah,
advance.
I guess I can.
You could do the thing you were going to do with
yeah,
your 5-foot
so
step.
stab him away and
Gonna go that way?
move over there. And then why not? Once again, I gotta sell myself as I can't just claim I'm a swashbuckler. I need to buckle some swashes. I will try and do some acrobatics across.
Ooh, yes. Then, yes. Roll me an
So,
acrobatics
well, first,
check.
I mean, this one I'm just gonna do.
Well,
1, 2.
It's the acrobatics takes a move to do.
Oh, gotcha.
And normally you move at half speed, but you can do it as a at full speed, but you're taking or the DC is higher.
Let's go for a higher DC.
Yeah. Use their daring do.
I am going to use literally my daring do on this. Well, actually, I can roll the die first, and then before or after
Oh, nice.
the result, I can choose to use it.
So-
Daring do also nicely explodes on 6s, up to as many times as my dex modifier.
Some terrain on the map is classified as difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Normally,
it's hard to move through.
Normally, if we were doing this, we could take 5-foot steps, which are things that you just move one square that don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
It's a nice
or
safe
we,
way.
Or we could charge, or move our full speed. On difficult terrain, we move half speed, we can't charge, and we can't 5-foot step. It sucks.
Imagine trying to fight in like really high grass or something like that. That's just like it's hard to move through.
Yeah,
It's-
mud.
Yeah, it's,
icy.
It's interfering and taking away certain options that you might otherwise
In
have.
this
just
particular
open
place,
field.
it's just there's junk all over the place.
Right.
There's rocks and crap.
So that's what's going on here.
Crap's
And really,
literally crap.
what makes it worse is the goblins apparently are not suffering from it because they
Yes.
live here and they're used to it.
They know where every single piece of crap is. It's
Like,
I
you know that
crapped
show
there.
Hoarders?
Yeah.
How the people who live there, they can just pick through it, they're good, but anybody else, mm-mm.
All right, well, here comes that actual acrobatics check. I will see whether or not I need to daring do this.
Come on. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there at a 24.
You succeed.
Damn right I do.
You dodge masterfully.
Just going through up to him. Next turn, if something hasn't happened, I'll check on you and probably fail, but I'm at least there now.
Good job.
My turn?
As I do
yes,
some
Calvor.
back handsprings across the
I will
room.
provoke.
Haha!
He will take it. He's done.
That's theater training for you. Yes, a swamp would be a good
18?
example, exactly.
Yes.
He just misses. His sword glances off your armor.
Screw him. I'm not going to power attack, but
You got a flank.
I do. Oh, and that 20.
Ooh.
Hey, bum ba 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 ba.
And I miss.
Yeah. So
Not a confirmed critical hit, but you'll
Right.
still probably paste him.
I do 7 damage.
Yep.
There we
you,
go.
You cleave him in twain.
Good. That's more like
Just-
what I'd like to do.
they peel apart and just. You've unpeeled the goblin.
Good job. He's taken some damage, yes, from Daniel
Yes,
before he went for the big sleep.
Cat's the
Good job, Calgor.
Craft?
Yes, Craft.
1, 2. Into a flank with a claw on the goblin dog.
Ooh, I like it.
Goblin dog is larger than me, yes?
Yes.
I'm like so focused over here, but I like extend a hand back and be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
totally still
wibbly
threatening
wibbly.
you. Yeah.
That's not good.
That's a 10.
Nope, no dice.
You better not disagree with me. He is now banana. Yes, exactly. He is with
Brother
the rough texture
Daniel,
of
you
banana.
need to roll your
I will roll it in secret.
stabilization.
Yeah, so we will.
I don't want to become a demon.
So yes, what's going on over here is he's confirming whether or not he's going to keep dying or if he's going to get better. We don't know what's going on over there. All we know is he's an unconscious form of some variety. He may even be dead already.
We're hoping he rolls high.
Yes.
Because if you don't succeed, you take an extra damage.
Yes, it gets harder the longer this goes on.
I have rolled.
All right.
This goblin, seeing Brother Daniel finally fall down, he moves
He
into
attempts an overrun.
he moves into his space and starts looting his body. I'm gonna say that provokes from Horatio.
I think it just might. Nobody is dead yet, Beanie, but Brother Daniel is down, and we're trying to take care of
the
him.
goblin's
Yeah.
immediately looking for shinies and valuables.
Oh, this absolutely provokes my ire. and
This
it's
will
just
not stand.
Exactly. You're taking my lines before I say it. You're stepping on my lines. All right. Yeah. Come on now. I'm providing a flank for you. As I try and skewer him before he can do anything with a 16,
You succeed.
and then that turns into just 2 damage.
It's enough to stagger him.
Good.
He
You'll think twice before you pick
he's
pocket
badly
Brother Daniel.
wounded. He picks up. Do you have a water skin? He picks up your water skin, desperately tries to drink it, hoping it's a potion, and then falls unconscious.
Yeah, see, Beanie, that's exactly the problem. Is indeed not the healer. That's why we're all like,
However,
oh no.
another goblin emerges from the tunnel,
Oh,
from
Jesus.
the darkness.
We should attack it.
He
We
is
don't have a
standing.
wizard.
He is standing on top of Brother Daniel. He does a little jig on Daniel's back, kind of
Just
laughing.
mockery.
These
Goblins are like the Zoidbergs of D&D.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And he goes whoop, 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 whoop. And then he drops his pants.
I think he's about to add some more shit to this room.
It's not looking good for you, buddy.
I
Better alive.
The mounted goblins, they seem to have their shit together a little bit more.
sometimes dead is better.
He
Better dead than brown.
Racist.
doesn't like his position he's in. He will attempt to fight with his mount.
Good. He's fighting the mount.
That's not what that means.
He will have the dog attempt to bite Kath or Krath.
Good. He's attacking Kath. That's not you.
What is your AC, Krath?
19.
Ooh, he just misses you. The teeth just are inches away from you.
I'm like, I'm tiny right now.
And he will 5-foot step here,
Oh, yeah, that's
and he will try to fire an arrow at Calgor.
18, motherfucker.
And he fails.
That's quite a number.
Then his friend will he'll also fire at Calgor. And fails. Blink, blink.
You know what I can do?
It is Horatio's turn.
Okay, I'll do it after my turn. I was like, I can't easily move the camera, but I can at least crop into that section and enlarge it so people can see it a little bit better. Because I know that that's got to be infuriating. Like, hey, we're showing you the map. It's tucked into that little corner, and you can't really see what's going on. Okay. I gotta take care of this goblin before he drops a D on Brother Daniel. He should not put the D in Daniel. So, going to try and do just like before. Skewer him in the previously panted area that is now bare goblin flesh. Let's try and stab him right through the crotchal area.
Tainting strike.
Yeah. I wish that were one of mine. Just an 11 though.
All right.
I
Oh,
was trying to aim too specifically.
yes. You're taking care not to accidentally hurt Brother Daniel
Yeah,
any
that's
more
the
than he
other
already
thing.
is, and you miss.
And it's a standard to do a heal check on him, right? To figure
Yep.
out whether. Yeah.
Calgor.
All right. I'm gonna adjust stream
Fuck
stuff.
this dog. Does a 14 hit?
It would, but the rider manages to
It's okay. You've given me
Bring
a
it.
good opportunity, though.
bring it out of the way of harm's way, which brings us to Kraft.
I would love to 5-foot step, but I'll just move
Mhm.
into a flank, again attacking the dog, because that's the bigger problem, I think.
It is certainly more vulnerable now.
Does a 14 hit the goblin dog?
It does. This was the one that was fully healed from before, right? But it's taken a scratch from you already.
So, 2 damage plus the sneak attack for another 5. So 7 damage to the goblin dog.
Ooh, it's badly injured. Certainly bloodied, but
Thanks for the assist.
Still standing.
You got it, man.
Brother Daniel, do your thing. I hope that Serenray is with you.
Be alive.
Our goblin friend, he will try to excrete on Brother Daniel.
That's what I was trying to stop.
However, I'm going to say that this is not a optimal thing, and you can take an attack of opportunity before the load comes to bear.
I will try. There we go. So now you can at least see the battle a little bit
yeah.
better. It's
Way
going to be
better.
blurry because it's still far away, but yes, attack of opportunity all over this. Well, it's either attack of opportunity. Well, I guess I couldn't. I was like, I could try and parry the deuce, but he's not attacking me with
goblin
it. So
scaling.
Flex the deuce.
yeah, I hear it coming. I'm gonna try and.
Much like anti-paladins, goblins can excrete on command.
Okay, that is a 17 this time.
You succeed.
For a full 7 damage on that goblin.
Just before he poops.
I try and like slash out of the way so that it like goes on the floor or something.
You slash him, and
What happens if the goblin poop rolls a crit? Then it's very, very smelly.
Then even if he comes back, he perpetually smells.
yeah,
of
even or
goblin
odd,
food.
It
Carl.
never goes away.
Oh God, I don't.
Oh.
You can choose.
Oh,
No, no,
sorry,
choose.
that was a different thought I had. There was-
Shoot,
I'm
roll a
right.
dice if you don't
Even.
know.
Even. He still poops on you. As he
No!
If
It's
the-
okay. I'll prestidigitate it away.
If the poop crits, I think that means that the goblin recently ate curry.
it's a sad day.
A brown day.
Ere the pool rises. The goblin
get you cleaned up.
commando's turn.
Before you're even conscious. Let's not pursue that line of thought too much.
Let's see. This goblin will attempt to move away. He will provoke attacks of opportunity from you gents.
And that counts as flanking, doesn't it?
Oh, you fucking.
Still on the goblin dog.
That is a 17 on the dog.
And 14 for me.
He manages to avoid Calgor's attack, but you connect. The rider kind of is still
So
doing this thing.
1 damage, and for sneak attack, 4. So 5 damage on the goblin dog.
You bring the goblin dog down.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
There we go.
However, he's a skilled enough rider that he manages to
Not get crushed under it.
land on his feet.
And how much can a
still
goblin
count as a
dog
victory.
even weigh?
So now
Medium
he's
size.
in
30
a
pounds, I think.
he's in a bit of a pickle. He will drop his bow, and he draws his weapon. It is a goblin weapon called a horse chopper.
I've heard of such things.
They are it's like a long sharpened, or it's a piece of sharpened metal on a long stick.
Yeah.
And then his friend will.
Zeradu, I don't think that's in my adventurers kit, sadly.
Yes, unfortunately, we do not have potions yet. We're very poor.
Was that a
Not
move or
even a
withdraw?
Pepto.
Just a move on the goblin's part. He's going to fire an arrow at Calgor. I'm having a lot of trouble getting my dice to stay. Ooh, he gets a lucky shot in.
Even with the -4?
Oh, you are in melee, technically.
True.
Then, yes, he still misses. Thanks for the the problems.
Yeah.
There, his friend.
That's a sentence.
Horatio.
Excellent. I've got some. These guys can take care of this goblin. I want to try and see if I can solve this problem over here. I know I'm not good at it, but I've got to try. I will roll a heal check.
You need what, like a 17?
This is a d20 minus 2.
Ooh.
So yeah,
yes,
you need
I
a
need a
17.
17.
Part of the cards.
Heal check is not something I can use Daring Do on, unfortunately.
The power of friendship.
There's no
Use
swashbuckly
the power
healing.
of friendship on this man you met 3 hours ago.
I am going to try and remember everything from all of the death scenes I've ever seen and performed in to remember what it's like when somebody is dead and what it's like when somebody's alive and how you make... Yes! Successful heal check! That is an 18 on the die. I wish I had the goddamn dice cam on
Root
it.
beer.
Brother Daniel, you still alive?
I am still alive.
Root beer for saving that life.
Whoa! And then,
hilarious.
with my remaining action, I will, if you'll allow it, I will prestidigitate away the shit on his body and clean him up.
Yes, you kind of remembering some of your theater training, you tear off a piece of cloth.
Oh,
and,
well, here's the thing I need to mention right now. When I was buying gear, I noticed for the first time that any clothing that you wear for 5 more gold can be made tearaway clothing. Incidentally, every single one of my outfits is a tearaway outfit. So, I go tear off the entire outfit, revealing another outfit underneath, and bind him with it for this exact moment. And then I will get my root beer.
Hooray!
I will give you a root beer.
Brilliant.
Sorry about
Brilliant. An impromptu tourniquet
Yes.
stops Daniel from
Made out of an
bleeding out.
entire outfit.
Good job.
Given my wisdom, I'm pretty sure that's what would
Horatio.
happen.
Which brings us to our man
beer.
Calgor.
Ah, that's amazing.
Well, I believe I will not deny my rogue friend the flank. I am merciful. Unlike cruel Leonidas. Wait, I'll just stay there.
Only Jay. What are you
Well, if
talking
you
about?
want to
The
do it,
having
you
tearaway
could double
clothing?
move, and then he could get a full attack in, potentially.
Oh yeah, well that's just a single move still. But
Plus, his horse chopper is a reach weapon, so it's
Oh, he's
awkward.
fucked.
Yeah, so he can't really get an attack of opportunity in.
it's hilarious. Okay, I will power
That was good
attack
news.
then. I miss.
Oh. But you're setting up your bud. Krath, it's your turn.
All right, full attack, starting on... I'm holding the bow. I assume I have to drop that if I'm going to full attack with 2 claws and a bite.
Yes.
So I'll drop the bow.
Rage with Jazza, you just got here, and that sounds freaking fantastic. Are you? Which aspect? I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. Also, by chance, is your name a reference to the YouTuber like Jazza, the like Draw with Jazza? Just let me know.
So
he's awesome.
I will drop the bow and first...
Oh yeah, the quick summary. Beanie, someone got shit on, and the other guy used a tearaway outfit as a tourniquet. Yep, pretty much. I cleaned off the shit, though.
The tourniquet was for the person being dying, not because they were a poo-poo.
Yes.
It's not every
Right.
day that I get to have someone get defecated upon in a game, so...
That's
Damn
why,
straight.
That's why you have goblins.
Yes.
Okay. 24.
That's looking good.
Contract, it
Success.
sounded strange as hell because it was strange as hell.
16
Ooh, just a miss.
and 25.
You have 2 successful sneak attacks there. Oh dear.
All right, so these are the
Frothy.
D3s for the claw and the bite. 1 and 1, so it's 2. And these are the sneak attack. 7, so 9 damage total.
All right, you fuck him up pretty bad. He is bloodied after that assault, but he is still standing. He's a tough goblin.
Sure is.
So 7 damage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. These are goblin commandos.
Oh shit.
Good job, Krath. Brother Daniel is stabilized, so we go to the regular goblins. I think there are none
It's still
left
going.
present.
Oh, wait, no, you put thing on top.
Exactly.
Which brings us to
It
our
just looks the same.
commandos.
No, I think that we're gonna call the goblin who pooped on him dead, because that's what he is.
Let's see, he will 5-foot step away. He will draw a potion from his belt, and he will down it.
You are just our druid over here with all the animals. Yeah. Like a woodcut of St.
And
Francis
his
of
wounds
Assisi.
are magically healed. He's not fully healed, but he's doing better. And then his friend,
Magic healing.
This is my St. Francis of Assisi Joker smile.
Oh wait, was this the guy whose dog was healed?
Yeah.
He doesn't have his potion anymore. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good news.
So he will actually instead.
You are a regular on the Draw Jazz Twitch streams. Nice. Yeah, I follow him as well. I watched a lot of his YouTube videos when I was trying to do some comic drawings. He's one of the people that I learned from. I'm not great at it, but like, Jazz is awesome. Glad to see that was indeed what the reference is.
He will attempt to hit you with his horse chopper.
Do it. 19.
He misses. You
Good.
nimbly dodge out of the way. His buddy will move closer, and he will fire at Caldor.
Ah, you liked my tearaway
Missing.
clothing. Yes, I did too. I spent most of my money on clothing. You could say that all of my gold is investments.
Horatio, it is your
Nope.
turn.
Nope.
Yes.
You have just saved a
I
life,
thought you'd
Horatio.
hate that.
You've taken a
The
life.
phrase "How to Save a Life" is playing in the background in my mind. I'm like, I should remember to write that song. That sounds popular. And we've got just this one goblin off of his dog there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will do a quick little like fencing stomp on the floor, and then hop forward, and then try and lunge at him non-mechanically.
Since you can't 5-foot step, you will provoke from him because he's got a reach weapon.
Oh, it's
However,
sure does.
if you
That's
want
fine.
to, you could attempt an acrobatics check to
No.
avoid the attack.
I'll let it come because if nothing else, I can try and parry it away.
Ah, all right.
In fact, let me do that now because I have to declare before I see the result. So when he tries to attack me, I will do my opportune parry / repost on him. So I'm spending a point on that. So first, this is the parry attempt.
You get.
Rage with Daza, thank you for the follow, which is a 23. So
Oh, question: Do you get panache back when you drop an
start of
enemy?
yes, I do.
So you would have gotten one back from
I
dropping.
did. I forgot to
a
mention. Yes,
goblin.
it goes back up when I drop or crit an enemy. As long as I'm basically, if it doesn't seem like I'm actually fighting, like if it just happened that it doesn't. There's rules to it, but that would qualify. So yes.
So you do get a.
So I
back.
respend that point that I got back,
Right.
getting a 23 on
You
the parry
definitely
attempt.
succeed on the parry attempt.
And since I have 1 point left, I get my repost and then my real attack. So I hit it aside, slash, and then
I like
my
it.
jab.
I like it. You're very swashbuckly even.
That's the idea. With an 18 on the repost,
success.
dealing 6 damage.
He is bloodied again.
And then
Or-
the
no, wait,
final-
he was already injured,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
he?
was on
Yeah.
He is staggered after that attack.
Finish him.
Do
And
some
then
damage.
the final move to try and hopefully gain back this point of panache again. Only an 11. Yeah, I'm not even going to roll this.
However, he is in bad shape.
He is. You like my choice in investments. Yes, I liked it.
Good job, Horatio. Calgor is next. Calgor.
Oh, attack the goblin dog.
He already took his attack
Yep.
opportunity, so great.
I get a 19.
He manages to make the dodge out of the way. He's got a good ride check, bro.
Goddamn.
He sure does.
You miss again. He is well trained.
Finish him, my kobold friend.
Krath.
It's harder than it looks.
I will pick up my bow, which provokes, but he's already used it, and I will attempt to shoot, taking a -4.
Oh, I mean finish the goblin so you can run away. But
Oh, yeah, well, you
whatever.
know. I want to shoot the goblin dog.
Okay.
Then make it so.
Nope.
I will not
You
hit
want
with an
to,
8.
but you can't.
Daniel is stable, which brings us to the Goblin Commandos. This guy will try to grab his companion's potion,
Yeah.
but it's too stressful for him, and he just dink. He
there we
falls
go.
over. His friend, he is not liking this. He was feeling confident with a bunch of goblins, and now he is by himself. He is gonna withdraw.
Ugh. Beanie, I'm glad I'm not playing in that group then. That sounds
You can.
not my kind of group.
I think you can take your attack. You can still stick a swing though,
I will.
because he's positioned such.
I get a 10.
Ooh, he just nimbly dodges out of the way. 1, 2, 3. You see him right out of sight.
It occurred since we can't see the tower anyway at this point. We don't need to use it.
No, but it's.
But it makes the nice little clackies.
Yeah.
Horatio.
noises.
Also, I have to put all my dice out of my box if I want to use
True.
that, so
That
the
is true.
space
Yeah.
requirement is
But
unwieldy.
we can move it closer if you want, since we won't be able to.
Oh, okay.
And this was the goblin dog
Since it
that,
won't be-
like
as
the
long
one
as
that
it's
just
not in
rode away.
front
He
of
was
the
the one that
camera.
you had shot before.
If he's the one that ran down
Yes.
that way, then
Yeah,
yes.
he's taken like 4 damage so far.
Okay. So
Sounds about
goblins ran off. I really can't see what's going on at this point. I am going to make my way back to Brother Daniel and see if I can find if he had something on his person that could just heal him. I'm not expecting to find it in out of character
You
knowledge.
do know
but
he has a healing wand.
yeah, I'll look for that wand. Maybe I'll get lucky twice. Maybe I
You
can
have
use
to be
it.
trained.
Do you have used
You-
magic
no.
device trained? Then you're
can't even try.
You have no chance
All right.
of succeeding
I
there.
fumble around, find it, and go, oh wait, right. I don't know the first thing about. Or I shout, can anybody use this?
No.
Well, damn it.
I suggest we retreat to the safe space we found and rest for the time.
It will take him approximately. I don't know how much damage you took, but it will take him
Yeah.
a week of sleeping to get undamaged.
Yeah, he's pretty badly
Resting is not an option at level 1 to get him up.
injured. It is your turn, Calgor.
What do I see?
This is again, it's just kind of rubble and scree.
I signed on to this
you
job.
can
It was the
see-
idea of having a cleric.
You can see the, that mounted goblin commando, and you can see the other heavily injured goblin that, from all the way back in the mess hall.
Yeah,
who
the
is-
one who started this.
Yes, who's still heavily injured, kind of cowering in the corner.
All right, I'm gonna shift the zoom in on the map to new sections then.
Appropriate.
Krath, it is your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were here? Yeah. I will follow behind.
All right, you guys are moving on. Daniel's okay.
Oh, I gotta look something up.
Sorry, Carl, it's not very exciting being
it happens.
unconscious.
I got crit. It happens.
The commando will take a shot at Kargoth. Kargoth? Calgor.
Do I have any cover from the wall I'm next to?
Sure.
Hey, James Lighthammer. Howdy, howdy.
So what does that bring you to? A 20?
Okay, so
22. Covers plus 4.
Okay.
He gets a still really good shot in, and he gets you.
Mm.
Rolling an 18.
Ouch.
He grazes you with an arrow for 3 damage.
Ouch.
Horatio.
Going the wrong way on this. Yeah, let me go back to. Let's see.
I will do a happy wood golem dance for the audience.
All right,
Well, that's the one golem
Yeah.
review.
Rather than get all the way back in my seats and I still have work to do, I'll just pick up the mic and say, there we go. I guess I'll head towards the direction of his voice to the best of my ability with a double move and just go over there. And I'm going to continue working on the way the camera looks.
Okie dokes. Which brings us to Calgor. Stop! As you enter that space, the injured goblin throws a hidden switch and the ceiling collapses. Roll a reflex save.
Shit. Okay.
You just fell for the trap.
The trap they were trying
15.
for to begin with.
You just dodge out of the way in time. As massive rubble collapses, deafening noise. And I guess with your second move action, you can stand up.
Yeah.
That was a close one.
A little close one. Is that blocked off now?
Yes. We can exit initiative at this point.
Okay.
So what's the plan, gentlemen? We will conclude the combat there.
Well,
It might also make sense since we're approaching. We've been going for about 3 hours or so. I know ordinarily we play all day, but considering the ability for people to, actually watch the stream from start to finish, we might consider having this as a wrap-up point and then continuing next time with what happens after this combat, just to make sure that it's I mean, I don't know. I guess I should ask you guys, but I always kind of envisioned we'd go for, I don't know, 3-ish hours or so that it's not that difficult to watch the entire thing. It doesn't take up your entire day to hang out with us. That was my thought on the matter.
That's one
anyway.
vote against what you're saying.
Yeah,
it looks
I
like.
certainly see a vote against it. We can keep going if there is a strong desire to do so, but I'm going to continue fixing some stuff. I guess let me know your opinions on that.
Someone else that I play D&D with also got pooped on in his first D&D game. I love it. And it was in his mouth! Oh god.
I'm hoping that was some sort of helative poop.
I don't think it is.
We got a lot of keep going.
Rage with Jazza said he just got here. He's sad.
Yeah, that's
Dracolich is,
Command, we keep going.
Dracolich is doing taxes.
yeah. I think we're gonna keep going.
Damn it! I'm moving the wrong thing.
Oh
You're seeing how it all works.
No!
The wizard behind the curtain.
Put the curtain back.
And WSOV just followed us. Oh no.
I appreciate the follow, Wesley. All right, we can totally keep going.
Oh, you are not a light dog.
No, she's neither light nor
It's okay.
Oh,
Poor Genie.
I'm losing circulation in my leg.
I get pooped on and then I get chipped on. And then it's just that time of day.
It's not Carl's day.
Genie,
Just that kind of a day.
Genie, I'm gonna get gangrene because you're cutting off my circulation.
Conshock also with the follow. Thank you, sir. Woo! Trying to get to the goddamn camera. Which it doesn't help that I can't see very well from this position.
But there are no more imminent Doom Goblin charges
Nope.
coming?
Well,
There we go.
I don't want to progress with just the three of us for several
I
reasons.
agree.
Either we should retreat to a safe space and wait for him to rest, or we should attempt to return to your fort.
I mean, that is definitely the preferred thing we should do, because if we wait for him to rest, we'll be here.
Are you prepared to carry him?
Yes.
Then I will gladly accompany you back to your fort, where I expect your knights can provide us with beds or cots or something.
However, before we do that, what kind of tables are in the mess hall?
Oh, they're just, crappy wooden tables.
Can I barricade that door into that tunnel?
Oh, just like kind of shove a table up
Like-
against here.
like, as well as possible with the materials.
Like shove a table up against it, holding it closed,
Considering
and
the
then pile some
door
furniture
was
in
like a
front.
repurposed table, you can, I guess, shove another table against it just to make it somewhat more difficult, kind of a...
And then I will put the
impromptu-
goblin bodies on top of that table.
Which I will also loot.
Doing some quick acrobatics. Ah. Oh, damn it, my sheet's on the table. Fuck. Quicker acrobatics.
Yes, we will loot the bodies as well.
Let's see. The goblins are armed with crappy weapons, mostly. Weapons called dog slicers. They're basically worthless. And they're wearing just, crappy little leather armor. The commando...
Quite right, astronomy teacher. We do need a goblin minion to control the camera.
Yeah, agreed. It would be wonderful if we had a technical director running this. But the 5 people you see on screen are the 5 people here.
Sounds like that's a position for you, Genie.
Yeah, Jeannie, you want to run the camera? and
Someone
stuff?
cast Awaken Animal and generate opposable thumbs on Genie.
I don't remember the generate opposable thumb spell. That's a good
It
one.
was
though.
very obscure. In
It's a
3.5
first
spell.
edition spell.
I'd be
yeah.
happy to cast Awaken Animal so she might wake up and wander away. But I'll stay here.
But yes, we will keep going thanks to all the votes in favor of that. But.
The Goblin Commando, he has studded leather armor, for what that's worth. He has a horse chopper, a small-sized short bow, and I don't know how many shots he got off. Let's say, like, 12 arrows left. You could probably top off any that you shot.
I shot 3, I think. Maybe 4. I'll just bring myself back up to my 40.
I think small leather armor is still worth something.
Yeah, it's like 10 gold.
How many goblins were there?
There were 6.
It's like 30 gold.
Oh, let me see. It was 2
Worth having.
there, 2 there. That's 4, and then
How-
3. I think it was actually 7. So
How much
7.
would it cost
No,
to
but
purchase
two-
a healing
one
potion?
of the 2 in there didn't get killed. Who's in there?
Ah, that's true. You're right. All right.
We would have to be in North Carolina for that. Yeah, that would make it a little bit tricky. I appreciate the gesture, though. We would have to not only be in North Carolina, but I'd have to invite a complete stranger into my house. Both of those things sound unappealing to me.
Oh, there's a quote. Well, balls on a dick. What a great
Yeah,
way
no,
for this to
there's a
end.
quote book of things I have said on my stream. That is one of them.
And people can invoke the quotes.
Yeah.
I see.
It's a good quote. It's very appropriate for this.
Yeah. Balls on. Yeah. How much would it cost to purchase a healing potion and get our friend back on his feet quickly?
About 75 gold.
We've earned far more than that in our shares here. And think of how much more gold we could earn by getting in there before somebody else gets it.
Agreed. However, yes,
So you say, astronomy teacher. So you say. There is a 1 minute cooldown on quotes, so it takes a little bit before you can pull one up again, just so it's not just
also
quotes
use
all
some
day.
of this rubble that's scattered around to fortify my barricade.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah.
I forgot how long out of town were we to get here?
It's like an hour and a half. As you're building your barricade, you hear a muffled goblin voice from beyond.
Hey, can we have a truce talk?
Oh boy, did you bet on the right horse.
I'll lean in. We could.
He says, we can do something maybe to help you, maybe.
Like what?
I don't know, like take you to the airport or help you move.
We can I can give you my healing potion, and I can talk to my boss for you.
Where's your boss?
He's upstairs. His name is Grolk.
Alright.
Grolk?
I'm making the barricade go away. I'll
Okay.
shove my barricade aside.
Yes,
I have my weapons ready.
Yes, you clear the barricade. The goblin commando, he's kind of leading his goblin dog, and the injured goblins behind him. Seems like they were not keen on being entombed.
Imagine.
Shockingly.
The commando takes out.
We're gonna
the
cask of
goblin
Amontillado these
too.
guys.
The commando takes out his little his healing potion.
Thank you.
Says, I'm sorry about your friend there.
Does he seem sincere? Nat 20. 21.
You can definitely see he seems sincere in that he wants to get out of here alive.
Which is very motivating.
Yeah.
Don't worry, astronomy teacher. No, I will not tell your university. You've got my promise on that. That's not on my to-do list.
He says, I think all that's left is Grolk, and there's scary things on the stairs down.
Oh, really? What kind of things?
So Fizzbop and Grumpkin, they mouthed off once, and Grolk killed them, and then this skeleton man made them zombies.
That is helpful information. I am definitely leaning more towards not taking retribution upon you.
But they're guarding the stairs down.
On the landing or further down on the stairs down?
Like downstairs, the next down deeper.
I see. Thank you. Well, first of all,
How
I'm
do you
going to
say
pour
it?
a potion down Carl's throat.
It is a pure mod, so 2d8 plus 3.
Filled to the brim, I hope, unless you roll like balls.
It's 11.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Hooray!
And
Well, that saved us a town.
11 will put me
Brother Daniel, you've returned to us.
there. Yeah.
Now you need to use Cure Light Wounds on yourself from a wand that we have. Yeah.
Technically, I don't have it.
We made.
As I reach for it, I suddenly realize it's not where I put it.
That's my bad. Here, it's yours. I was hoping
Hit
that
me
maybe
again.
one of them could.
Are you keeping track of your charges?
Yeah, or I will.
That's 3.
That's good enough.
The goblin says,
Have you ran into Skizzards?
Which one's Skizzards?
He was a priest. He had a robot.
Ah, yes. He's in the other room. Or he was.
Oh, okay.
He'll be there forever now.
I hope you weren't very close to him.
He was kind of an asshole.
Good. Good.
No
Good,
longer.
Good.
Agreed. He was kind of an asshole.
He was kind of an asshole.
Bro pride. No.
Whoa! Well, what company have I joined?
You might be able to talk to Grolk. Maybe I'll let him know that you're here.
Good.
We've been in kind of a situation. There's this powerful wizard man. He told us that we were allowed to stay here if we guarded other people from going further down. But if
Doing
most
a
of
right
us,
good job at that.
but if most of us are dead now, maybe I can ask Grolk and we can just leave. Maybe.
Yes.
I think Grolk might see some reason in that.
Indeed. Let's
I mean, you know Grolk better than I do. What do you think Grolk would say to that?
Well, he's been moody recently, but
How would you like to work for someone other than Grolk?
We get up there and Grolk is just lying on the floor. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost in fact.
You gotta stop singing.
Perhaps we can get our goblin minion to run the camera after all.
Indeed. Grolk
We
may
have to
be
cast
moody.
make fictional character.
I
movie.
am not. I might have use for some help in this endeavor. You seem to have some knowledge of this level of the dungeon, if nothing else. And you seem somewhat resourceful. And, more...
Open-minded?
Open-minded, yes, very good. Well, I'm speaking a goblin. Oh, so do you, yeah.
Yeah.
Open-minded, then you're...
I'm sure Goblin has a word
he
for
launches out like a
open-minded.
giant wad of earwax.
Yeah.
Like, how would you like to work for me?
Sure.
Good.
That's a good choice.
That's an excellent choice.
Real quick aside, like hustling over. He's not getting well, sheriff pay, is he?
Please.
What about Slab here? He pats the other wounded goblin.
Slab, would you like to work for me?
Is he gonna keep stabbing me?
Not if you say yes.
There is one
Yes!
answer to this question where that doesn't happen. There's another answer where it does.
I'll grin with my little.
Sharp, pointy teeth.
And Slab, you have inherited this, and I give him this small set of other armor.
Ooh. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's like, I don't really like the color. Oh, thank you.
Yes, well, sorry the circumstances dictated that this had to come to violence.
I'm, Bilf.
I am Caligor, Ironbones.
Yeah.
Shakes one of your fingers.
I didn't know that you could handshake lethally.
I am Krath of the Hound Strangler clan.
Hound stranglers.
They are far from here. Not far.
I've heard of them. But you're not a goblin.
I am kin to some, you might say.
Okay. We should go talk to Grolk, I guess. Follow me?
That's...
So yes, he leads you back this way to this stairwell.
Gotcha.
And you kind of go up a spiral staircase. But what's interesting is when you open this door, despite the darkness, there's a huge pillar of vaguely glowing green crystal.
That reminds me. While we're on the way, I want to ask the goblin about this, if he knows anything about this darkness and what's making it.
Genie's looking for an exit, maybe.
Do you happen to know why these torches are shedding such little light?
No.
Would
Magic?
Grolnak or whoever it is know? Grolk? I was close.
I don't know. Maybe?
Alright.
But yes, this glowing pillar you think is the spire itself, the thing that continues further up into
Right.
the sky. And the stairwell kind of goes around it until you come to a wooden door, and the goblin Bilf knocks on the wood and says, Grolk! Grolk, it's Bilf! There's a bit of a situation. Like a little arrow slit thing kind of opens on the door, and a deep voice says,
What is it?
and he says, there's a bunch of, like, people. There's, like, a guy and an elf and a kobold and a hobgoblin, and they killed a bunch of people, and we're kind of screwed.
Not the best introduction.
They're not incorrect.
Not the word, yeah.
Well, that explains the noise. What are we supposed to do?
I told them that maybe if we help them, they'd let us go. We can run away and leave and live.
Well, one of you has a contract now.
Grolk says,
Who's the leader of this group? I'm gonna speak to him.
Alright.
What's your angle?
I need access to the further reaches of this dungeon. Goblins are not my prey on this mission. 24 intimidate.
Ooh.
You are pretty scary. He says, "Look,
There's a lot of chest pounding back and forth on this.
if I spill the beans, can I just take mine and get out of here? We won't bother anymore. We'll just get out of here. Go
beans?
back to the woods.
Run far, far away.
That sounds good to me. I guess we'll talk now." He unlocks the door. Standing before you is a hulking bugbear. Bugbears are the largest type of goblinoid. He is a big 6.5-foot tall brute.
I can almost look him in the eye.
He's clad in leather armor, and he's got a fine-looking bow and quiver of arrows on his back, and a morning star at his belt. He says, welcome, chez moi.
Did not write that one down on languages. Is that Elven?
It's Gulshan. Anyway, he says, what can I do you for?
You can explain the mysteries of this level of the dungeon and whatever you know of the deeper reaches of the
Look, we was just looking for a place to hold down, you know how it is. Layers are hard to come by. This place was abandoned and seemed like a good spot for a place to hold down. You know, them Hell Knights is kind of scary. We was, you know how it is with them being a hobgoblin.
Like verifying in my adventures
I
little
am
book,
a
like,
Hellmage.
yeah, that is the way it is. It's layers are hard to find for these things. And
Well, we were here for a while, and then this crazy wizard man showed up. His name was, Clarkosh. We was gonna take him down, but he was too much for us. He killed several of my boys. But we surrendered, and he said that if we guarded this level of the dungeon, he'd, you know, let us stay here. We just have to tell him what happened if anyone got through, that sort of thing.
well, let's be clear that that's not going to happen.
Knowledge local on
Right.
Clarkosh for a 15.
You haven't heard the name.
How
Is he the
about?
one who furnished the room in the back?
What room in the back?
Across the door from the stairs up.
Oh, that's where Skizzits was holed up.
Interesting. And why did he have an Aslanti room in a scroll case?
He gave us that. Or he gave that to us. He said there were these magic trinkets, right? These little green things. I think they're pieces of the Spire. He said that you could use them to magically go down to the level. So, like, he gave us level 6. You use the little thing, and you can go down to level 6. I think that's where he was, or that's where he's held up.
Let's see.
But we don't have any of those trinkets, so it didn't really do us a lot of good.
It's alright, I've got a feeling we're far more level 1 kind of people than level 6.
What else? There's a skeleton man. He lives downstairs.
On the second level.
Yeah. He's bad news. He zombified 2 of my boys. I think he's
Well, that's a shame.
Clarkosh, I think, is in control of him or something.
I see.
They're in cahoots.
Clarkosh sounds rather mighty.
Yeah, he's a weird guy, human. He had lots of weird metal bits and stuff. Kind of like that thing that Skizzits was working on. That construct thing.
Because it's learned from him.
He wanted to. He didn't know what he was doing. That thing barely worked.
I agreed.
Clanky, he called it. Well, there's not a whole lot left on this level. Thanks.
So there's no more traps that we'll find around here, such as falling ceilings?
No. Surprised that didn't work. But
Sense motive for a 20. Do I think he's telling the truth with the traps?
you think he's being legit.
Cool.
Well, right. It's been lovely. I'm gonna go run far away until before Clarkosh figures out that I've ratted him out, and he will probably want to kill me.
Best of luck finding a new lair.
Excellently done.
Right. Slab, was it? Bililf, you coming along?
Bilf says,
Got to put my arm around the one who's pledged to us at this point. Like,
He offered me a job.
The offer extends to you as well.
Look, I don't want to keep going down and then Clarkosh finds me and fucking tears my guts out.
That's a fair point.
So if it's all the same, I think I'm gonna take it and risk it outside.
thanks, Wesley, for hanging out. We will be, I'll be exporting the VOD to YouTube if you ever want to catch up on what happened after you left. Also, obviously, if you're in the next 2 weeks, it'll just be available on my Twitch page. But we'll make sure it doesn't get lost. So thanks for hanging out for a while, and have a good night, man. 2:40 a.m.
I think we're almost over here, but
Yeah.
Grulk and Slab decide to leave. Bilf and his
we keep Bilf.
And his goblin dog will stick around for the time being.
All right.
But yeah, you guys can do a kind of thorough sweep of the level at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's much else of interest aside from Bilf points out that beyond that door are these zombies.
Right. Well, why don't we? Then the zombies are on. Why don't we clear the level, and then with a level done, that seems like a pretty good
Indeed.
place for then. Next time will be level 2, presumably. So yeah, Wesley, if you hold on just I don't know, combat can drag on for a while if it's 2:40 a.m.
Yeah, there's nothing really else of interest.
as we probe around.
I think I'd prefer to rest before we fight the zombies, because that might alert Skeleton Man that we're coming.
Well, Bilf will point out that it's a ways down till Skeleton Man level, and the zombies are just kind of right behind that door.
Gotcha.
Oh, I see. Well, then yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Then
we'll take
we'll
care
take
of
them
them.
So what's
I'd rather get all my resting done at once.
what's the
Is that difficult terrain still?
no, this area
Oh,
is not difficult
Thank
terrain.
God.
Regular terrain. It's like a glove.
Yeah, there we go. I think
Oh,
Bilf
easy
will
enough.
have
Bilf's,
to
Bilf's
go.
riding his goblin dog.
This will actually be framed correctly.
What's the name of his goblin dog?
Was Itchy the
Ah, yes.
this is
Bilf
Itchy?
and Itchy.
Yeah.
That is a cartoon show waiting to happen.
At some point, I'll let him know that I do not mean his mount any ill will. Just business, you know.
Promise I won't strangle your dog.
No, really. I mean,
It's just a name.
all right. Open the doors.
Yeah.
Initiate combat.
So yes, as you open the doors, sure enough, backlit against the glowing emerald spire are a pair of desiccated goblin bodies, still animate. They're kind of move up to try and attack you. So roll that old-fashioned initiative.
We sure can.
Ooh,
15.
22.
12.
Zombie.
You're still a little out of it.
Zombie.
Is one of them named Rob?
That's one of the few songs I can play on guitar.
Oh, wait, we can't afford that.
Yeah. I know. If it's a song, we can't afford it.
So,
Except for Happy Birthday.
Calgor, what did
Ow.
you get?
15.
Craft?
22.
Big 22. Brother Daniel?
Big 6.
Back in the
Big
game.
ol' 6. Back in the game. And
12.
12
What you need
for
to do is channel some energy.
ratio.
I got 5 more uses of that today.
Craft, you
Fuck
seize
yeah.
the initiative.
I will
If you did it exactly as well as last time, that would be perfect for me.
A
the,
flat-footed
well,
goblin zombie?
That's exactly
I
the
have
plan.
to choose
Sounds
whether
good to
I'm
me.
damaging undead
With
or
the claws
healing
and
living targets.
bite. So a 19,
Success?
higher,
Success, obviously.
and higher.
So yes, you tear into this goblin with tooth and claw, and it tastes really bad. But,
Unsurprising.
So these are the D3s. All 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these
Yahtzee.
are the, here's the sneak attack.
So 3, and then
6, 10, 12 damage.
There we go.
you destroy it!
You rip it. You just tear it limb from limb.
Man,
I like to think I reach in with one claw, I reach in with the other claw, and I just pull it in and bite its head off.
Calgor.
that couldn't have been appetizing.
You learn to live with it.
Calgor disagrees.
No, I intend not to. Thank you.
Does a 9 hit?
Oh no, it doesn't. Even flat-footed. You.
Wait, I will use my guidance.
You miss.
Yeah. It's,
But you sure did use it.
Horatio.
All right. Looking a little bit cramped in there, but
can
I
move
can
here.
move exactly. You read my mind. As I move in and attempt to finish the job and get back a point of panache. By which I mean start the job. Nat
Nice.
20! There we go. Let's try and confirm that critical. Have a first confirmed critical that isn't on a party member. No. Not confirmed at all.
You sure?
But
with a 2.
it becomes a 7.
Ah, well then no. It is still just a regular.
Yeah,
hit.
exactly. But a regular roll hit that becomes... Oh, minimum 2 damage.
And you're using a piercing weapon, right?
I am using a piercing, so it's
the-
really shitty.
You like pierce its kidney, but
And
it
then it just
doesn't really do anything.
It's like it comes back out and just reseals right around it.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's
Yeah.
not the right
A
kind
mighty
of wound.
critical hit that does 0 damage.
Well, it wasn't technically critical.
The zombie animates. It will mindlessly attack.
Like, pay no mind
Who
to
does
what
it
happens.
attack, audience?
Yeah, all right.
It can't hit Brother Daniel, but it needs to hit someone.
So your options are Horatio Curtis, and who would want to hit him? He could just parry the attack. Krath, or Calgor Ironbones. Who's going to suffer this attack?
I want to see what the internet says about this
Yeah.
dumb zombie goblin. It doesn't matter because it's going to miss.
Aw.
Rolling an 8.
But now we can't see the popularity contest.
It hits someone, or it fails to
Yeah.
hit someone.
Well, we'll find out who's least popular.
Which brings us to our Brother Daniel.
I believe I have to have line of sight to the thing to channel energy at it. So I'm going to do that. I will now channel energy at it. It gets a will save of 14
For half damage,
for half damage.
it succeeds.
So if you'd roll that sweet d6 for me.
Let's find out how damaged this zombie.
3.
So it will take 2 damage.
No, that's the half.
So the light of Serenity mildly
yeah.
Oh,
sizzles
well then
it.
it takes 4.
Why? Oh, because +1?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The
Do you-
roll was a
well-
6. So
You don't
Well,
add
because
anything to it.
okay, so that
Or
would
do
be
you have a
7.
domain? What's your domain? Is fire?
No,
and healing?
the channel energy is d6 plus half cleric level, minimum 1.
Oh, you add something to
yeah.
channel energy?
But he saves, so it still becomes a 3. 'cause
Oh
it's
yeah,
still
you're right.
round down.
Because it's
Yeah,
because it's odd and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Rouge.
Yes, Krath, it is your turn.
I will full attack with no sneak attack. 13
Success.
Hey,
Higher.
there we go.
and 11.
So that's 2 hits.
You get 1 claw, and then another claw.
For 2 damage.
You don't get that satisfying biting the head off that apparently
yeah,
is a delicacy.
Carl, I'm pretty sure you don't add anything to channel energy.
Oh, it's just the d6s?
It's just d6 rolls.
Maybe I'm thinking of the fire domain thing, which adds.
Yes, that is a separate thing.
In this case, wouldn't
But
have
it still
affected
just takes
anyway.
it still just takes 1 damage. So you did how much damage to it? Dose. Big 2. All right, it's a tough little wad
That's the sneak
of
attacking.
undead
I
flesh.
don't do very much.
Right.
Calgor.
That's a net 20.
There we go. Come on. We can finally have a confirmed critical.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
You have a 19 hits.
You finally critical hit something.
We see what a critical
Hooray!
hit looks like
In
on the correct
Pathfinder,
side of things.
You can critical hit undead.
It's true.
It's a times 3. Yeah, wait.
He takes 35 damage.
Oh, yeah, you just
That'll
chop
do.
it. Just
That might be
to
enough.
groin.
Might be enough.
Chop it in half.
35 damage, I think, would take out most of the party.
Success.
If it were just all in a
Probably would
sweeping
take out
arc.
like 3 of us.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying, like most of the party.
Now, roll a perception check as you
Everybody?
as you enter this little landing.
Why would I even bother?
16 plus 1 if it's traps.
6.
You notice
12.
that etched on the spire itself is another one of those Aslanti runes, and it definitely looks like the stylized version for 1.
in Aslanti.
Aha.
Uh,
So we are on the first level.
Indeed. And I think we can end there.
Having cleared
You've
level
cleared
one.
the first level of the Emerald Spire. And I think you guys will get enough experience to level up. I just
Hey.
gotta confirm what other rewards are. You can go back to town and report your success to Mr. Royce, or whatever his name
Seems
is,
like we might as well.
to get, I think, some gold. And you can sell your stuff, and we'll be ready for
Round
level 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I would imagine Stream is probably wondering, if nothing else, when level 2 will be. When are we next going to convene for this?
Well, what, next weekend, Aragorn's out
And
for...
we might have a party together.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so next weekend might be no-go. Weekend after that, we probably want to do another Wicked session. That's, what, April
It's April
16th.
16th. And so possibly end of April, maybe beginning of May?
Yeah.
That sounds reasonable.
Be on the lookout. If you want to know exactly when it will be sure to follow my Twitter, which you can find down below. You can also join our Discord page. We also keep some news going on up there, and just kind of hang out during the week. The info will be there. We'll let you know when we have an exact date, but probably going to be a few weeks. I hope you enjoyed this first session anyway, and
Thanks for hanging out with us,
yeah,
everybody.
gonna wrap things up around here.
Pleasure.
It's been a goofy old time.
It has.
And now that we've said our goodbyes, you can awkwardly stand up.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk over to the part where you can turn it off, and I'll just awkwardly say these things
No, we need
in
to
the
freeze
meantime.
frame.
Yeah.
Everybody laugh and freeze frame.